exact same form. You got some sophomores for Wimberley that are going to contribute tonight. Same that you're going to see for the Floresville Jaguars, and we are getting ready and getting closer to game time here. It's about 6 minutes away. The officials are walking across. Greg started talking a minute ago about the facility here. A lot of room on the right side of the court. The stands are put up, so there's a ton of room there. And if you hit the ceiling here, you've accomplished something. You've actually probably punted the volleyball because it is higher than high. And so this is a perfect location for a regional finals. And, guys, it's been here as many years as I can remember it now here at Blossom Athletic Complex at Jimmy Littleton Gym.
Yeah, and, we got to call some games down here just a couple years ago, Jared, when Paige Crawford was a senior who's now playing at Wake Forest, and Wimberley made the regional tournament down here. And I can remember in that tournament seeing some girls with some nerves on all four teams that played in that regional semifinal and championship that year. And that's what you look for here is with a lot of younger girls. We saw it a little bit, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of nerves early in the match against Belleville. What will you see? What will you see tonight? Who's going to make the mistakes? Who's going to get balls that are inbounds and serve balls inbounds, and who can stem the tide when things don't go their way and try to turn that momentum? Volleyball is such a momentum game.
Well, both teams now are on the court as the introductions will happen. I will go through the starting lineup for Floresville with you because the announcer is not the loudest in the entire world.
Same exact announcer as a couple years ago.
Floresville will start us off. The Jaguars. Number 1, Kylie Bonner, the freshman. Number 2, Maddie Harden, the sophomore setter. 3, Lila Smith, the sophomore, 5'4". McKenna Hurtless, number 4, the middle hitter for Floresville Jaguars. Number 5, Gabriela Rodriguez. Number 6, Brenna Baggs. Number 8, G. Obregon. Number 10, Tori Tackett. Number 11, Sloan Paul. Number 12, Gabby Valadez. Number 15, Mackenzie Sefcik. Number 17, Ileana Hernandez. And number 18, Paisley Pavliska. Paisley Pavliska will be an absolute dominant force tonight for the Wimberley Texans. Darren Masur, introduce the Wimberley Texans.
All right, so for the Wimberley Texans, 35-7 on the season. Number 1, junior libero Reagan Masur. Number 2, junior DS Addie Laney. Number 3, the senior setter Jesse Weeks. Number 4, sophomore setter Carson Peoples. Number 5, the outside hitter 5'8" senior Hadley Witten. Number 6, middle blocker sophomore Mariah McCoy. Number 7, another middle blocker senior Holland Wyatt. Number 8, senior middle blocker Kinsley Brown. Number 9, outside hitter sophomore Lily Sandoval, had a great match against Belleville the other night. Number 10, junior, the kind of your go-to girl for the Wimberley Texans, the Alabama commit Lainey Hennessy, number 10. Number 12, Kate Westmoreland, senior defensive specialist. And number 13, opposite hitter Cameron Thames. She'll play on the right side, lefty on the right side, sophomore Cameron Thames. Number 14, setter sophomore Skylar Herring. And number 15, who is outstanding in the middle for the Texans on Tuesday night, number 15, Addison Parks.
And we are going to take it, and we're going to throw it down to the PA announcer as the flag is directly above us. So
everybody stares at us for the next 2.5 minutes.
Stare at us for the next 2.5 minutes. They're not going to do the national anthem.
They probably did it before the prior game, I guess. And that's
well, I was going to stand up for this match anyway, so I'm going to stay standing.
Yeah.
Bit surprised on that one that they're not going to do the national anthem.
I know, that's new. That's new.
Yeah,
all right, I got to talk about the refs. I don't know her. I wish I did, but the up ref is one of the most veteran refs in the entire state of Texas. She has probably reffed my daughter in 50 or 60 matches. Now, I will tell you this. I thought she was the up ref. Looks like she's going to be the down ref. The up ref I've seen before, but the down ref will be one of the best in the business.
No doubt about it.
And the Jaguars. For the Jaguars on the court, it'll be McKenna Hurtless. Number 11, Sloan Paul. Number 10, Tori Tackett. Number 5, Gabriela Rodriguez. 18, Paisley Pavliska. And your libero will be number 2. Nope, that is not number 2. I think that's G. Obregon. That is number 8. That is Giada Obregon. I was told G. Obregon is her name.
They're going to go ahead and put Pavlitska on the front row to start out the match. We put Laney one rotation out from the front row, so that's the 2 people. That's the Larry Bird Magic Johnson matchup that you're kind of looking at right there.
There you
You're
go.
a basketball fan.
Front row will be Pavlitska, Hurtless, and Maddie Harden. And Maddie Harden, of course, the setter, sophomore for Floresville. On the back row for Wimberley, it'll be Jesse Weeks, Lily Sandoval, Reagan Masur, and Laney Hennessy. Leading it off will be Gabriela Rodriguez. And we are underway. Region 4 semifinals. Laney Hennessy's got it. Weeks set to the bottom side. Sandoval dumps it to the left. Picked up on the left-hand side. Nice pickup by Harden. Bump set from Obregon. Cross court. Masur dives. Gets it. Weeks. Back row attack for Laney. Picked up on the back row. Nice pickup by Rodriguez. Middle shot and down. Good swing from Hurtless.
They got the pass. They got the set they wanted to get to the middle. And, buddy, she is the real deal. Number 4, she looks like a dominant figure.
Yeah,
right
Hurtless,
there.
we really saw her a lot in the Tex Fest tournament. She was outstanding in that tournament as well.
Rodriguez on serve. Hennessy's got it. Weeks will set in the middle. Parks blocked in the middle. Nice play by Hurtless. Hurtless gets the happy birthday and out on the backside. Hurtless thought she had it. Jaguars thought it too, but it's out. They were 1-1 here in the first set.
The other Laney up to the front row.
Addie Laney, ace from Addie Laney. She leads. She's got 61 on the year now.
Calm and collected, comes in right off the bench and drops it right in the seam. We talked about that in the first match tonight. She finds that seam in between the 2 back row players and gets the point.
Obregon in the middle. This one, Obregon will pick it up. Harden.
Ooh,
that's going to get a double on that one. As that was not Harden. Actually, Hurtless, I think, was hit right to her. And it's 3-1 Wimberley.
Floresville very scrappy on their back row. They keep a lot of balls up.
Laney goes to the top side. Pavlitska. Harden will go back to Pavlitska. Partially blocked. One hand by Weeks. Set to the bottom side. Kinsley Brown tips on the left. Nice play by Obregon. Kill. Happy birthday from Addison Parks. 4-1 Wimberley.
Great defensive job by the senior setter, Jesse Weeks. And somehow one arm's ups it, and Reagan's able to come from the outer boundary to the middle of the court to get the second touch and get it to Kinsley Brown, who eventually gets it to Addison Parks.
Addie Laney. Obregon's in the middle. Harden sets back to Pavlitska. Cross court. Hennessy is right there. Weeks. They're going to get it into the net. It's going to be point for the...
Yeah, they got Jesse into the net.
Yeah,
man, that was tight because Hurtless went up and touched it before Jesse had a chance to. And
they're going to get a quick conversation, and they're talk to the down ref. She gave a quick answer to Coach Stephanie Barthels, and she is okay with it.
Yep.
Maddie Harden on serve. Down to the near side. Addie Laney is there. Bump set from Weeks. Goes 10 feet. Laney Hennessy cross court in on the backside.
Great job of getting it in system on the bump set by Jesse Weeks because it wasn't the best pass. Addie Laney kind of stepped in front of Reagan, passed it straight up in the air behind the 10-foot line, and Jesse's able to get it back.
You're liking Laney adjusting to that early, too. I didn't feel like she got off to a good start on Tuesday.
Correct.
Obregon in the middle on the back. Still Pavlitska up on the top. Obregon lays out to get it. Pavlitska has to one-hand it. Free ball coming up from Rodriguez. Texans. Laney. Weeks. Laney Hennessy drops it in the donut. She ran the shadow play.
Hung in the air long enough, Jared, to kind of read where the block was going to set up and then tips it over the block into the donut right there.
6-2. Addison Parks serves again.
This rotation for Wimberley's been really good defensively, too.
Obregon's got it. Harden going back to Pavlitska. She throws it over the middle, and she tosses it back in the left-hand corner, down 6-3.
Nice play by Pavlitska. Really smart, heady play. She kind of dumps it over Jesse Weeks' head and just into no man's land for the point for the Jaguars. If I say Tigers tonight, I apologize.
Hurtless will serve this one. Addie Laney picks it up. It'll be hit from 11 feet, rolled over from Laney Hennessy, and the Texans get the point. Pavlitska laid out in the middle but could not get it.
Very fortunate. 7-3. Right. Good job with Mariah with a ad-lib assist.
Yeah, really good job, again, of getting the ball into system, even when off of a errant pass.
Skylar Herring comes in Floats it on the left-hand side, an ace for Skylar Herring.
That's also very positive. Skylar announced as a setter late today for the second rotation, and she struggled the other night with her serves there. Good first serve.
8-3, Texans lead over Floresville here in the first set. Float over to the left-hand side, Obregon is there. Pavliska, and they're going to get a double on her. A lot of times on those, you're better off just trying to bump
set. Yeah, and the coaches are going to talk about that right now.
She is. Yeah. She's going to call a timeout, and I think Deborah Hoffman's doing a good job right here of the timeout because, again, that situation, when you get that double, it's an opportunity for her to literally just bump set it back into the middle.
Yeah.
Now you get that opportunity to say, hey, this is what we're going to do the next time. I like the instantaneous timeout right there.
Right, I do too. I mean, she saw it right away, and a couple errant passes from the back row for the Floresville Jaguars as well. But one thing I noticed on Skylar Herring, she comes right off the bench in the second rotation.
Yeah.
She goes float serve that drops just over the net on the first serve. She goes deep left corner on the second set. So what's she going to do on the third serve?
I just wanted to get it in. You know, she's a young server. And, Jared, what you want her to do is just on this one right here, just get it in. You know, just get a good serve in. You don't really want to get too cute with it. Matter of fact, I'd serve it right to the libero, and let's let them try to make a play, and we'll defend it. And
is that 9-3 right, or is it should be
9-3? I've got 9-3 as well.
Okay, 9-3.
One of the fans is pretty insistent it's 10, but we'll trust him at 9.
I do go off what they say. So
Addison, the right side this time.
Addison Parks does go to the right-hand side. They're going to go back to Pavliska up top, and it's out.
Great job right there. We set up the block right in front of her. Mariah McCoy. Wimberly sets up the block with Mariah and Laney. She tries to go line. Reagan's right on the line, left foot on the line, and watches it go out of bounds.
Gabriela Rodriguez got it last time, and an ace. Obregon can't get it over in bounds.
She's served 4 times now, and all 4 serves go to a different spot on the floor.
Reagan's court presence is so hard for her. She wants to be a riverboat gambler. She's playing where she's supposed to play.
Obregon, Harden with a bump set, back to Pavliska, rolls it to the middle, left hand, and can't get it down. Cameron Thames tried to just bump it up with one hand, but couldn't do it. It's 11-4.
Yeah, and Coach Barthels just told Cameron, just let that go. The setter was there to play defense and get that first touch. Skylar Herring was right behind her, but can't fault Cameron for going after that.
Pavliska on serve, and it's a good one. Reagan underneath it with a pancake. CMT with a left hand. Hit back in by Harden. Obregon, back row attack for Pavliska, rolled over. Skylar Herring, Texans are going to one-hand this ball over. CMT with a great play. Going back to Pavliska on the top side. That is Paul, and she will get the kill. So Sloan Paul with a nice shot.
Great cross-court shot by Paul there. Kind of spun it into that open area right in front of the defense and
kept us on our heels the whole entire point.
Yep.
Tackett, Sefcik on the front row along with Paul. Herring setting towards the bottom side, and Laney Hennessy gets the kill right through the seam.
Pavliska plays one set, if you will, on the right side. Laney did the same thing, got the point from the right side. I like that.
Yeah, it's a really good set by Skylar Herring there because Tackett was a little bit slow getting over on the block.
Hennessy on serve. Picked up on the back row by Pavliska. Harden with a bump set. She'll go to Paul. Paul pulls it over to the left, and it's outside the antenna. Immediately called by the ref down here on the bottom side. Waves his flag, 13-5 Wimberly.
Good serve by Laney Hennessy. A good job by Reagan. Just go ahead and play through the possession until they blow the whistle because she didn't see the ref behind her call it, so she went ahead and played it. 13-5 early in set 1.
Hennessy on serve again. A nice good one. Picked up by Paul on the back row. Harden tries to go across court, and it's down. Won't go down. It's down on the Floresville side. Sefcik with the swing, but it's 14-5.
This feels easy right now for Wimberley. I promise you,
Floresville
they've not played this speed in a while. And when they get caught up, it's going to be very evenly matched.
Yes.
And we just want to hurry up and get what we can while they speed up to us.
Laney Hennessy, 14 serving 5. Texans up by 9. Float on the left-hand side. Paul's there. Harden going to go to the middle. Tack it to the left-hand side. Laid out by Herring. Bump set. Back row attack coming up from Laney Hennessy. A big swing and down. Got it.
Great bump set, back row attack right there by Reagan, Missouri, and Laney just stays on top of it and somehow just skims it over the net into the floor. And this is the first time, Floresville, I got to watch them a lot, like I said, in that tournament, and they're really good defensively. They're scrambling a little bit right now.
Paul on the left-hand side, Pavliska in the middle. Paul, ace. Laney Hennessy, 52 on the year for Laney.
Might have called a break right there. That ball would have been close to being out, and the Diaz opted to try and get it, made an error.
Back to serve. Now an 11-point lead here in the first set for the Texans. Laney on serve. Back to Paul. Harden going to go back to Sloan Paul on the left-hand side. It's hit and blocked out. Lily Sandoval got it, but outside. Side out 16-6. Floresville back in the hand.
Sorry, Jared. A really good swing by Paul there. Just hit it so hard that Lily couldn't control it and keep it on in the lines.
Paul will serve. Set towards the top side. Sandoval tries to go cross court. Picked up in the middle by Pavliska. Harden, middle set for Tackett. Reagan is there. Ball's going to go over, but it's going to be out of bounds. Lily Sandoval tried to get it back in, but couldn't. 16-7.
They're starting to speed up, fellas.
Yeah,
Floresville.
Yeah,
we knew it happened.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, catching up to the tempo.
Sloan Paul again on serve. Hennessy is there. Bump set from Herring. Going all the way across is Lily Sandoval. Great play by Obregon. Hennessy back to Wimberly. Skylar Herring. Free ball back across. Pavliska. Harden going to the bottom. Sefcik got it in the donut.
So, yeah, they've sped up now. We're kind of on our heels for a few points, and we can't really get a set that's quick right now. It seems like we got a little bit too much lift on our sets.
Paul on serve again. Another overpass dumped down by Tackett, 16-9.
Good serves by Paul. Just keeping Wimberly a little bit off balance defensively, and the passes haven't been great.
Paul again on serve. Hennessy is there. Herring, middle. Knocked down by Mariah McCoy. 17-9. Texans get the ball back.
Really good swing by Mariah McCoy right there. A really good set. That was a good set on time by Skylar Herring.
Yeah, good
pass from Laney Hennessy was on point as well. 17-9. Texans lead by 8. The junior Reagan Masur picked up by Pavliska. Harden dumps it over to the middle. Free ball. Texans bump set. Back row attack from Laney Hennessy. She rolls it over in the middle. One hand. Nice play by Pavliska. Sefcik. Hennessy picks it up. Herring will go to the backside. CMT will go over. Won't fall. Nice play. Back row attack by Pavliska off the hands of Skylar Herring. 17-10. Floresville gets the ball back.
It may be our vantage point, but I'm seeing just feels like more loft from Skylar right now. I can see Frontier coaching her a little bit. We'll get out of this rotation, hopefully. Without too much damage, he'll get those straightened out.
Obregon. Laney Hennessy. Skylar towards the middle. Dumps it over Addison Parks, and it's not there. 17-11.
Yeah, kind of a low pass. A really good pass on a tough serve by Laney, but a little bit low. Skylar tried to get it, maybe do a little bit too much with that.
Obregon again on serve. Nice knuckle serve. Picked up. Herring's going to have to set it up. Thames tries to kill it. Picked up on the back row by Pavliska. Back row attack coming up from Paul. Partially blocked. Tennessee's there. Bump set from Herring. Going to the top for Sandoval. Rolls it towards the back. Pavliska's there. Harden again to the middle. Right-hand side. Tackett with a big shot, but couldn't come down. Sandoval will go cross court. Kill on the backside. Lily Sandoval.
That's really, really big for Lily right there because she struggled early in that set. Not that, I mean, things just weren't, set perfectly for her and that sort of thing. That time she's able to get a full approach outside, 6 feet, Jared, outside the boundaries of the court there on her approach, and gets a good cross-court shot for the kill.
Sefcik, Hurtless, and Harden on the front row.
Jesse Weeks comes back in to serve.
Weeks, the senior for Wimberley, 18 serving 11. Paul in the middle. Harden dumps it to the right-hand side, and it's blocked by Kinsley Brown and Addison Parks.
Downtown Kinsley Brown, man. We need the 4 and 2 again, Darren. 4 kills and 2 blocks, and really slow a lot of balls down. She's getting off to a great start.
Jesse Weeks, 19 serving 11. Texans back up by 8 now. Weeks right over. Paul gets it. Harden with a bump set. Sefcik will dump it over to the middle. Kinsley Brown's there. Hennessy sets it up to the top, and Lily Sandoval knocks it down. They got away with one.
Yeah, that was a double.
And we got away defensively with, Kinsley dropped back. Rightfully so. She's trying to play the ball, but Reagan was right there. They could have made a little bit better pass on that, but Wimberley does get away with a double there with Laney Hennessy. But, hey, got it back in system and got the point, 20-11. A really good start for Wimberley, but this Floresville Jaguar team, they are going to put up a fight here.
No doubt.
I saw them lose a set in the Texas tournament and come right back and win the next one easily.
So here's something I've always noticed too is how do you finish the set that you won, Darren? Do you finish it with momentum, And that's really what you're asking Wimberley to do right now. Hey, go ahead, put the foot on the throat, and just step on it. And the reason why is any momentum that the Jaguars feel, that's going to feed into the start of the second set. And
you even saw it in the Davenport Cal Allen match earlier. Davenport won the first set, I believe, 25-7 or 25-8.
25-8,
and then Cal Allen came back, and it was neck and neck up until about the 15-point mark for each team, and then Davenport eventually separated. So
went 25-8, 25-15, 25-15, and you're right, it was 14-15 at one point, and they just continued to stretch it. So Jesse Weeks back now, 20-11. Texans lead by 9 here in set 1. Weeks picked up by Sloan Paul. Harden's going to go to the top side to Stefsik, dumps it over. Kinsley Brown's there. Weeks all the way back up. Sandoval balked, tried to get a hand on it. Weeks got one, but Kinsley Brown couldn't get around her to do it and put it back up, and it's 20-12.
Great job on the right side of the net by Floresville right there defensively.
Yeah.
Really, both girls in position to block, get their hands on it.
Gabriela Rodriguez will now serve. Picked up by Lily Sandoval. Weeks towards the middle. Addison Parks block. Great block on the bottom side by Pavliska. Sandoval going to go cross court. Paul's got it on the backside. Harden going to set it in the middle. Big swing right there by Hurtless. Texans will get it back over. Paul picks it up on the backside. Now going to go to Pavliska on the bottom side. Swung to the left. Weeks gets it back to the middle. Lily Sandoval will roll it over and somehow works it in between Hurtless and the net. And it's 21-12.
We said Tuesday night, Greg, that if you're going to win a match like this with two really good teams, you've got to win points when you're out of system.
Yes, and
that was a perfect example of that right there.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to put in for a name change on Heartless. I'm going to put Heartful on there because she is really putting some boom on her hits.
Obregon with the serve. Harden's going to go to Hurtless on the peel play. Won't come down. Weeks sets to the top. Lenny Hennessy blocked by Hurtless. In the middle, bump set, back to Hennessy on the left side, rolled over, Paul's behind her. Now dumped in the middle, Paul's still there. Addison Parks will go right-hand corner and got it.
So smart. I mean, wise beyond her years, just a sophomore. That Addison Parks in the middle just goes on the first touch and hits it into the corner. Really good play, really heady play right there by 15.
Addie Laney goes back with a 10-point lead, 22-12. Picked up on the back row by Gabriela Rodriguez. Texans pick it up, bump set. They'll go back to Hennessy. 8 feet, kills it in to Harden and Hurtless and out of bounds, 23-12 Wimberley.
I remember this 3 years ago when we played them. They go right to our setter, so it puts a lot of pressure on our libero.
Addie Laney on serve, picked up by Pavliska to the middle. Hurtless left hand, and what a shot that one was. Hurtless, the set was past her. She jumps up left-handed down to the hardwood, and it's 23-13.
Maddie Harden with a great serve there.
Yeah, and Hurtless is just, I mean, she can attack with a lot of different angles, that time with her left hand.
Masur with a good pass. Weeks goes to the top to Hennessy. Went line, and it's out.
Yeah, she tried to get it. Thought maybe they got a hand on that, but she just kind of smoked it a little bit down the line, just a little bit outside of the court.
Harden again back to serve now. Just under 30 aces on the year for Harden. Pavliska, she got it.
Yeah.
First big swing I've seen her have. Really, I felt that was effective. I thought there was a little bit of tentativeness early. Not now. They have gotten up to tempo, and specifically with Hurtless and Pavliska, they are really hitting well.
23-15. Pavliska's got 554 kills on the year coming in. Going to go to Addison Park. She pokes it on the right. Obregon's right there. Harden going to the backside to Paul. Paul rolls it over. Reagan Masur there. Weeks going to go behind her. Kinsley Brown trying to go way out of the back, though. She was trying to go line, and that ball was way out, Matt. 23-16.
Yeah, probably tried to do a little bit too much with that. And her steps were a little bit off on her approach and didn't square up to the ball.
Harden again on serve. Picked up. Not picked up by Laney. It's an ace.
This is the momentum that we talked about that you wanted Floresville to have if they were going to have a good second set. Now it's 23-17, making a run at it. And got a situation right now. We'll check on downtown here a little bit.
She twisted her ankle trying to get out of the way of Addie Laney. That left ankle, she just kind of twisted a little bit. She's up and walking. She's okay. But Kinsley Brown just, I think she was
kind of rolled it a little bit.
Yeah, just Addie was trying to squeeze over to the right-hand side. You're going to get a timeout called by Stephanie Barthels anyways. So it's 23-17 here in the first set.
Folks,
Texans earlier were up by 10.
I always try to bring a color around the game, and this place is packed. This place is packed. You got Cow Island, Davenport hanging around. You got a great crowd from Floresville, a great crowd from Wimberley, and man, I don't know how many's in here, but it's the most our kids have played in front of it this entire year.
Without a doubt, and that's what it's all about. I mean, this is regional tournament, man, and it's kind of where these two teams belong. If you looked at these two teams early in the season, you follow them out throughout the course of the season, watch them get better, you would expect both these teams to be exactly where they are and trying to punch a ticket to the regional finals tomorrow.
Saw the Fredericksburg coach earlier, Jason Raymer, in attendance.
Maddie Harden will serve 23-17. Texans lead over the Jaguars. Ready to go. Harden, serve. In on the backside. Wow. Reagan thought it was going to go out, but it didn't. It's a 5-point game.
Yeah, so did I from up here. And that ball just dropped off the table inside the line, or right at the line. Really good serve. She's on a run right here. Harden is on a run.
Maddie Harden, the sophomore setter for Floresville. Addie Laney's got it. Weeks going to go all the way up to Laney Hennessy in a big swing, and the Texans will get it back.
Yeah, and that one probably was going to sail out of bounds on that. Yes. And I'm glad Addie Laney did not wait to see if that was going to sail out, because she did a good job of playing that ball and get a good pass on it.
Yeah, and it gets the momentum back to Laney Hennessy as well. You always want her to hit a ball to kind of restore order.
Addison Parks, set point for Wimberley here on the first set. Picked up by Pavliska. Harden with a bump set. Going to go back to the backside. That was hurtless. Texans will have the opportunity. Mariah Coy, they're going to say, I believe that Jesse got into the net again. So it's 24-19. Ball back in the hands of the Jaguars.
Yeah, just overpassed from the back row there. And Jesse tried to do everything she could to get to it, just into the net.
Hurtless on serve. Floats it up. Masure's there. Weeks. Going to go back up to Laney Hennessy. Big swing rolled over, and it's into the donut. Texans take first set.
Smart play. Smart play. Good job of Reagan playing a tough serve there, and not a great pass, but Jesse Weeks makes the most of it and gets it to the best player on the court, and number 10 puts it away.
We got to go to a break, and we'll come right back with the second set. You're listening to Texan Volleyball right here, KWBH 94.3 FM, Wimberley Valley Radio, and also on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
The Go Route system has been a game changer for our staff, for our players. I feel like we have 2 additional coaches on the field now, and so I feel like we're gaining 10 to 15 to 20 plays a segment more than maybe what our opponents that aren't using the Go Route system are getting. We were at like 72 plays today just on the defensive side. Offense was in the 52 plays. I mean, you start adding up, that's a game. Now, I could not imagine having a practice without Go Routes.
And we are back at Littleton Gym. A seesaw first set, as we'll call it. The Texans jumped out, took a big lead. At one point it was up to 10 or 11, and it ends up at 25-19, a 6-point lead in set one for Wimberley. They'll flip-flop sides now. And guys, you saw, Darren, exactly what you talked about. Floresville is not going to go away. They're going to play quickly. Defensive struggled a little bit. Started playing better, and their service game is getting on point. Wimberley has got to figure out a way to control that and get it going. And, of course, for Wimberley, from the attack on your side, you just continue to do the same things. Feed Laney Hennessy, maybe get Addison Parks, Mariah McCoy. We saw have some success going in the middle.
Well, and it's tough when there's a girl named Hurtless on the other side of the court in the middle. It's tough to attack, really offensively. If you're Wimberley, if you got a girl like number 4 for Floresville standing in the middle of it, and you got exactly what you would expect from Maddie Harden, the sophomore setter for Floresville, because usually your setters are some of your better servers for your team, and she did a great job of making a good run in that first set.
We're going to have to make a personnel change, guys. I see a little bit of gimpiness, and she's great. She's fine, but she's just a little bit of gimpy. I bet they're going to look at a personnel change, and we'll see about that here just a little bit. Don't want to freak out anybody out there. Nobody's hurt, but maybe a little bit of gimpiness, as we would call it. Jared's going to whoop me after the game. I'm not supposed to report on that, but anyway.
No, we said it earlier. Kinsley Brown took a little bit of a step off of her left-hand foot. She's being looked at over there by Coach Johnny Gonzalez, the trainer for the Wimberley Texans. And it's a miraculous deal that we have all the names that we have, but we'll see kind of what happens. Kinsley Brown, a big part of this Wimberley offense, see if somebody can step into that role if she, in fact, cannot go. But the Wimberley Texans take set one.
Let's talk about that, Darren. You got a couple choices. One choice I feel like they would go to is our second setter, and that's Skylar Herring.
Yeah.
She plays right side and setter on her club volleyball team, so she's not going to be virgin to it. And
she's good to go. Kinsley Brown is out.
Kinsley's
there. We thought she was good.
She's a senior, man. How are you going to keep her out?
You could go that route.
She ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you could go Hadley Witten, the senior. There's a lot of girls out there in white uniforms.
So I love this. I love this gym, except for one thing. There's this gray bar right there, and we're going to have to stand back up, fellas, to get a better view.
Oh, yeah, I stand up anyway. I'm a stander. I'm going to stand it up anyway. So on the court for Floresville will be number 2, Maddie Harden. Number 10 on the front row, it'll be Tori Tackett. Down in the back, it'll be number 5, Gabriela Rodriguez. Checking in, of course, is G. Obregon. Hurtless is checking out. Pavliska, as well as Sloan Paul. For the front for the Wimberley Texans, it'll be Lily Sandoval, Addison Parks, Kinsley Brown, Reagan Masur. Jesse Weeks will start off on service, and Lainey Hennessy on the back right. So here we go.
Great momentum finish for Floresville. We'll see if they can extend that into the start of the second set.
Jesse Weeks will start it off on serve. Floats it to the right-hand side. Obregon's got it. Overpass and a big swing by Kinsley Brown. Picked up. Pavliska flips it to the middle. Hennessy lays out and gets it. Going to the top for Lily Sandoval. Cross court now.
Oh, that ball was touched. That ball was deflected at the net. Nobody saw it. It went up off of a touch. It may have hit the net, possibly, but
we've just been violated.
Yeah.
JJ Weeks just violated us. 1-0. Obregon comes in. Sandoval bump set down to the bottom side for Kinsley Brown. Rolls it over. Obregon's picked it up. Harden's going to go to the middle. Hurtless flip to the left-hand side. Weeks is there. Bump set. Back row attack from Lainey Hennessy. Left shot. Got it. That was tipped.
That was tipped and caught. I think the back row ref, the corner ref, was so intent on seeing if the ball was out, he forgot to see if the touch was present.
And that's really the opposite corner ref's responsibility probably to see that. But it's hard from her angle because it was right in the middle of the court.
Addie Laney on serve where Obregon picks it up. Harden, the setter in the middle. Going to go to the bottom to Pavliska. Blocked down on the side over here, and the Texans get the point.
Yeah, great job of Lane Hennessy getting in front of that and knocking it down.
Laney,
give Laney that block, and Addison Parks was right there too, but I think Laney got her hands on it.
Addie Laney on serve. Serve picked up in the middle by the libero Obregon. Harden goes to the middle. Hurtless blocked in the middle. Harden going to go to the backside. Pavliska goes line. Reagan Masur's there. Weeks is going to get it back to the middle. This is going to be free ball over from Addie Laney. Gabriela Rodriguez. Harden going to go to Pavliska left-hand side. Nice shot. Ripped it through Addison Parks. Texans will not get it back across.
Great job by Reagan to keep it in play. We just couldn't finish it and get it back over the net.
And actually, that was Sloan Paul. I apologize. That is 2-2.
You know, that second touch you talked about the other night versus Belleville, not as effective tonight, Wimberley is with a second touch.
Pavliska will now serve. He's got it. Bump set coming up on the bottom side. It'll be Lainey Hennessy, left corner, and got it.
Pretty good second touch there. Right on time with that second touch. A really good bump set, and Lainey's approach on that. I mean, she was standing on the Littleton logo out here to approach that to get that kill.
Theory of adaptation is proven with her.
Addison Parks on serve. Pavliska in the middle. Harden set it to the bottom to Paul. Dumped over and blocked by Lainey Hennessy. She throws it down 4-2.
Yeah, absolutely. And her and Mariah McCoy right there. They're getting to the net quick and getting in position against these long athletic hitters for the Floresville Jaguars. And they're, Floresville in the middle, they're making our middles steer around the hit some too.
Pavliska's there on the Park serve. Harden going to go to the top side to Sefcik, partially blocked by Brown. Weeks goes to the top to Hennessy, and big swing. It rips it through.
What a set.
Hurtless in the middle, and it's 5-2.
Laney's doing such a good job to adjust into whatever's given to her. I tell you what, though, Reagan Masur is having a great match. Her sister's here tonight. She'll be so proud. Another great libero.
Parks on serve. Pavliska, not a good pass, and an ace for Addison Parks. 34th of the year for Addison Parks, and it's 6-2 Wimberley.
And she's only been serving since about halfway through district, so she's got 34 aces, and she didn't even start serving. She didn't serve one time until halfway through district, about 30 games without a serve.
All those tournament matches.
Yeah.
Picked up by Paul in the middle. Now Hurtless with a big, hurtful swing, and it's 6-3.
Forget about that, man.
Yeah, great pass, great set. That really set up Hurtless to be hurtful. And I saw her tipping a couple balls earlier. If I'm Hurtless, I would continue what she's doing now and just really pound the ball.
Yeah.
Let the defense figure it out.
Yeah, good timing on the set for sure. Timed that jump perfectly.
All right, so we got
a quick question right here from the down ref, and she's got an answer. 6-3, Sloan Paul back to serve. The 5'11 junior. Paul to the middle, picked up by Addie Laney. Weeks going to reverse set all the way to Kinsley Brown, poked over the middle. Sloan Paul picks it up. Harden to the top side. It'll be Sefcik way out of the back. Sefcik hit it on the way up.
Yeah, and gotta see Kinsley Brown. I know she's struggling a little bit. Just getting her footing after the early set accident there, but not a full swing.
Now you wonder, obviously
it's
ankle a little tender,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
You're in there with
she's
somewhat
powering
of an
through.
angle. Yeah, Skylar Herring, 7-3, Wimberley. Sloan Paul, Harden sets it up to the top side. Sefcik rolls it over to the middle. Laney Hennessy's right there. Skylar Herring in the lefty, Cameron Thames. Big swing from Thames and down.
Everybody in the building thought Skylar Herring was going to take that set to Laney Hennessy on the outside. She back sets it to the other sophomore, Cameron Thames.
Yeah, that's her first big-time set. I felt like a first-half rotation, maybe the sets weren't up to her par, and boy, that was.
Herring now 8-3, Wimberley down here to the near side. Paul picks it up. Harden going to go to the top side to Sefcik again. Cross court, Masur's there. Addie Laney's going to have to get it back in the middle. Free ball coming up from Laney Hennessy. Paul, Harden, good pass from Paul. Reverse play, Hurtless with a great vision. Dumps it all the way across the court and down 8-4.
And you can see Coach Barthel's telling Skylar Herring, you got to stay disciplined and stay on that line. She was cheating in there.
Stay at home. Don't go where the party is.
Hurtless will serve now. Picked up on the back row by Laney. To the middle, Mariah McCoy. Great swing by Mariah McCoy as she hung in the air.
She has done a great job, like Laney Hennessy, of learning how to adjust to a set that may not be the full preference, but still making an impact hit off a set that she probably wouldn't want.
9-4. Picked up by Pavliska. Back to the middle, back row attack from Paul, and it won't get over. 10-4.
Yeah, that's one of those. Paul probably tried to do too much with that. Got a little cute with it. Probably should have gone up and taken a full swing at that. Just tries to roll it over the net and hits the middle of the net.
Timeout called by Deborah Hoffman, the head coach of Floresville, trying to keep the Jaguars in this one. Texans lead by 6.
It made a few boo-boos back there in serve-receive.
10-4, Texans lead here in the second set. They took set number 1, 25-19. So they lead 1-0 here in the regional semifinals. The winner of this one will get the Davenport Wolves tomorrow at 1:30. We already know that as Davenport took care of business over the Cal Allen Wildcats in game 1 here today at 5 o'clock. Now it's the Texans and the Jaguars.
So a couple notes back to the gym from earlier. They only have one concession stand because there's a playoff game, and I'm sure the crews are having to get diluted there, and there's always been a crowd right behind us for a concession stand.
Laney Hennessy will serve it 10-4. Right-hand side, Paul picks it up. Bump set, Pavliska back row attack, rolls it and off the left hand of Skylar Herring, and it falls down 10-5.
And that's one where Skylar's just got to let that go and trust that Laney Hennessy's going to be behind her to get that ball up. Laney was covering some ground, getting to it. Skylar one-arms it and just glances off of her.
Gabriela Rodriguez will now serve. Texans lead by 5. Rodriguez, the senior defensive specialist. Masur is there. Bump set to the bottom side. Cameron Thames, left-hand swing. Rodriguez gets it on the back. Harden, bump set, back row attack from Paul. Out of the backside. Texans get it back 11-5.
Better swing, though, from Paul right there. I mean, she just barely missed getting that in. Reagan let it go. Really good swing by Paul on the back row attack there. We have a cameraman.
Yes, we do.
Our cameraman has arrived. Set up by Harden to the top side. Pavliska back to the middle. Reagan Masur is there. Herring going to go to Lily Sandoval, and it's out. Sandoval 11-6 now.
Trying to finesse that a little bit too much. Just probably need to get that Cameron T. Thames type swing where you just let it go.
Back to serve is Maddie Harden. She went on a roll earlier. Harden with a good serve. Picked up in the middle by Hennessy. Bump set from Herring. Going back to Sandoval. Cross court. Picked up by Obregon. Harden with a bump set down here to the bottom side. Paul goes across court, and she did it again. She slid that over, and that's a nice shot. It's 11-7.
Yeah, spun that right off of her, inside of her palm there, cross court, in between the lines. Really, really good swing right there by Paul.
Hardin back to serve again, the sophomore. Ace, nice serve from Maddie Hardin. It's within 3.
Yeah, she found that seam in between.
Yeah.
I think Laney thought Lily was going to get it. Lily kind of backed out to let Laney get it, and now they're going to rotate that over just a little bit. Now Reagan is middle back.
Going towards Reagan Masur. She'll have it. Herring to the middle. Addison Park swing, and it's out on the backside. 11-9.
Yeah, no touch there. Addison Parks thought it was tipped. And again, the length of their middles, the Floresville middles, is giving Wimberley some problems.
11-9 within 2. Hardin. Ace drops off.
That was a great serve. You got to give it to number 2, Maddie Hardin. It's going to cause us to go to a timeout. It's really causing us some problems on the back row. And I'm impressed with this Floresville team. Their tempo is right where we want to be. And right where we are at this moment, and man, it's just going to be a war the rest of the way out.
11-10, Texans lead by 1, but Maddie Hardin for the second set in a row is giving the Texans fits from beyond the service line. Only a sophomore for Maddie, but she has been a good one. She's got over 30 aces on the year now, and Coach Deborah Hoffman has got to love what she sees for her young setter.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, hard to believe she's only got 30 aces because she has got some movement to that ball. You know, from our vantage point up here, Jared, you can see how the ball's moving. That one just dropped right in front of Reagan.
Yeah, right over the top of the tape and dropped. Hardin will go back out. She'll still have the ball in hand. They only trail by 1 now for the Jaguars of Floresville, Texas. Hardin on serve. Picked up on the back row by Cameron Thames. Now going to go to the bottom side. Lily Sandoval rolls it over. Pavliska's there. Hardin going to go to the bottom to Paul. Paul cross court, picked up. Texans bump set to the bottom. Sandoval will go cross court again. Obregon is there. Hardin goes to the top side. Pavliska with a big swing and got it. Tied up.
Really good swing. Late getting to the block there defensively for the Wimberley Texans, and Pavliska just absolutely destroys that.
Need Lily to swing a little bit more firm and just kind of get relaxed and let it go.
11-11, and Hardin has cut the lead, and the lead is gone. Picked up by Hennessy. To the middle, Parks blocked, picked up by Herring. Bump set towards the back row attack for Laney Hennessy. Blocked in the middle by Tackett.
That was impressive. Their second rotation is really putting some hurt on our second rotation right now. Just need to get a couple side outs and get the momentum back to the Texans.
Hardin again on serve. Masur is there. Herring going top side to Cameron Thames. Tips it over. Obregon one-hands it. Addison Parks hits it over. Free ball. Hardin. Pavliska. Swing. Blocked by Cameron Thames and down to the floor.
Huge play right there by Cameron Thames against the best hitter for the Jaguars, and a really much needed point for the Wimberley Texans. Great pass to start the possession from Reagan, and a really good set by Skylar.
Weeks drops back to set or to serve for Wimberley to the near side. Pavliska is there. Going back to Paul. Paul tries to get it over. One hand from Addison Parks. Back to the middle. Kinsley Brown will free ball it over. Obregon. Hardin going to Paul. Right hand side. Dumps it on the right in a perfect spot.
Great pass to set up that offensive play. The pass from the back row was just almost like handing it to her very quickly.
Right.
Obregon will go back to junior libero. 5'2". Obregon on serve. Reagan Masur is there. Weeks going to go to the bottom side. Kinsley Brown. Big swing from Kinsley, and she got it down.
See from 8 right there. If you're Wimberley, you've got to see 8 swing it like that. Real big swing from Kinsley Brown, the senior.
Sandoval goes out. Addie Laney comes in for the Texans. So up on the front row is Laney Hennessy, Kinsley Brown, and Addison Parks. On the back row, Pavliska, Obregon, and Gabriela Rodriguez. Obregon, Hardin, going to the top to Paul. Paul got it on the left-hand side. Ripped it through Kinsley Brown and Addison Park.
And a good set right there for Floresville, because I think everybody thought she was going across the court with that, and she goes right in front of her, and the block was, once again, just a little bit late getting there.
Paisley Pavliska, the sophomore, on serve, picked up by Hennessy. Weeks goes to the middle. Addison Parks. Pavliska can't get it.
That time, the timing, the tempo of the set was perfect, and the exchange right there between Jesse Weeks and Addison Parks.
Not really gotten a lot of good sets to the middle. Wimberley Texans haven't, and like to get that a few more points from that middle.
Parks will drop back to serve. She went on a roll earlier, exactly like Maddie Harden. We'll see if she can follow. Paul Harden in the middle. Will go to the middle. Listen, it's way out of the back.
Yeah, she overcooked that one. She was trying to put some spin on it. I think she could have just gone right up and put it straight down because Wimberley was not quite there on the block yet, but she sails it free.
Addie Parks on serve again. Addison into the net and gives it back. It's 15-15.
It's been that kind of set, man. It's this is what we thought we'd see tonight from these two teams. Not a lot of mistakes. That's really one of the first mistakes. I mean, the teams are playing well.
Paul with a serve, and it's out. Back-to-back service errors. Texans lead 16-15 by 1.
So the setter, Skylar Herring, Cameron Thames, the right side check back in. We were a little vulnerable with this rotation a while ago, and hey, it's time for them to kind of toughen it up.
Skylar Herring on serve. Pavliska in the middle. Harden, a little bit of an overpass, and Mariah McCoy knocks it down.
Good job by Mariah, being in the right place at the right time. Great playoff run for number 6 for Wimberley so far.
Big time.
17-15. Skylar Herring back to serve again for Wimberley. Back to the backside, and it's out. Good choice right there from Sloan Paul. And it's 17-16.
Yeah, I mean, just smoked that one beyond the boundary. Good job by Paul letting it go free.
Sophomore McKenna Hurtless. Back. Reagan Massur's got it. Herring going to go all the way across, and Laney Hennessy rips the seam, and it's 18-16.
I'm almost tempted to just say, hey, Laney, just play on the right side over there for a while. Just stay there because those back sets are deadly by Skylar Herring.
Laney Hennessy will go back to serve. Texans lead by 2 here in the second set now. Hennessy going to serve it up to the right-hand side, and she's going to serve us out.
3 missed serves for the Texans in this set.
Yeah.
2 in the last 3 serves.
I tell you what, number 2 is getting close to her turn again for Floresville, and her serves, Maddie Harden.
Gabriela Rodriguez will serve down 1. Jump serve from Gabriela is a nice one. Picked up by Reagan. Down to the bottom, Lily Sandoval with a swing, and it's out on the bottom side, but not by much. Lily Sandoval gets the kill.
Yeah, she smoked that one, and just enough. So there was too much power for them to control it back in bounds for the 2-point lead here.
Probably got a tongue chewing from the coaching staff to get back to swinging. That was a good swing.
19-16 or 19-17, Reagan Masseur, Obregon, Harden going to go up to the top to Pavliska, a big swing. That girl, she can swing it.
Yeah, they've got to get there to slow that down a little bit. Just get a hand on it, do something to slow her down because, man, when she gets that full approach, she can put it a lot of different places.
Set the stage there, Jared.
She is a good one.
Maddie Harden.
Maddie Harden back beyond the service line. She has been run after run, and it will continue. 19-19. Maddie Harden, the sophomore.
Yeah, it's just skimming the tape and dropping immediately.
All tied up. It's a race to 20 right here. Reagan Masseur will get it. Herring to the middle. Parks blocked, but it's out. Texans will get to 21st. People don't realize the importance of getting to 21st.
Yeah, and you also get a side out with their best server tonight, only getting 1 point, service point. So now back to Jesse Weeks.
Jesse Weeks, Texans lead by 1, 20-19. Weeks on serve, floated, Obregon to the middle. It's an overpass. Texans dump it down. Point Wimberley.
Great serve by Jesse.
I thought Lily got into the net on that one. It was really close. Good timing, though, to get that down by the sophomore, number 9.
Weeks on serve. Texans lead by 2, 21-19. Obregon picks it up. Harden going to go up to the top. Pavliska with a big swing off the hands of Reagan Masseur.
We got to slow those down, man.
Yeah.
Reagan cheated over a little bit, not quite on the...
only chance we probably had is just let it go and see if it would go out right there.
Yep.
It was
Man, she
Reagan's in a bad spot. That ball was coming at full speed.
G. Obregon will go back. Giada Obregon, 21-20. Jaguars trail by 1. Picked up in the middle by Laney Hennessy. Weeks set to the top side. Lily Sandoval rolls it over and gets the kill, 22-20.
Really good shot right there. You got going up against the two best blockers, two best players for the Floresville Jaguars.
Yeah. Caught him off
Pavliska and Hurtless, kind of rolled it over the top of them off their hands.
Addie Laney will go back to serve. Serve right in the middle. Obregon's there. Harden going to set it to the bottom side. It'll be Pavliski. Goes line and hits the judge, and it's out. Or hits the linesman. It's 23-22. She made a face of, hey, I didn't make a bad call.
She's like, wait a second, okay, I'm out of bounds. It hit me, so it's got to be out.
Kind of went off the hand of Pavliska right there.
Greg calls Reagan the riverboat gambler because she cheats on some hits sometimes.
She was cheating there.
She cheated in a little bit, and thankfully that ball did hit the line judge, because if it had hit the line, Reagan would have been in some hot water with the coaches right there.
23-20 Texans lead here in the second set. They won the first set 25-19. Coach Roberto Frontera for the Wimberley Texans over there coaching Jesse Weeks right now hard. And you got Deborah Hoffman over here encouraging not to give up. You can literally see her talking to each one of her girls. Deborah Hoffman, a fantastic coach. Gabriel Perez as well, a good coach down there for the Floresville Jaguars. And she knows what it takes to win. 40-2 record. She knows what it is.
You talk about prepared. That's a prepared team. It took them a little while to adjust to the tempo of the game against Wimberley in the first set. But, man, they're prepared. They know where they're wanting to go with the ball attacking-wise. And they did a great job with Hurtless in the first set. And in this set, Pavliska is just really taken off.
Addie Laney will go back to serve. Texans 23-20.
Laney Hennessy on the front row.
Laney on serve. Obregon is there. Harden going to have to set Pavliska on the right-hand side. And thought it was going to go out, but Reagan at the very last minute realized it was not going to go out.
It was tipped, and so she tried to adjust to the tip and knocks it off of her arms. I'm not sure why she didn't just use her hands on that one, but anyways, we got a 2-point set.
I think she was deciding if it was out or not, and last second tried to make a play on it.
Paisley Pavliska on serve. Picked up on the back row by Addie Laney to the middle. Addison Parks left-hand side. Pavliska's got it. Harden bump set to the bottom side. Rolled over by Paul. Now to the middle, bump set from Reagan Masur. Will come down Laney Hennessy. Big swing and got it. Texans a point away.
Reagan Masur, guys, I'm telling y'all, she is a freaking setter at the libero position tonight. She's made
the setter, Jesse Weeks, on playing libero there, really, with the first touch. Put a perfect pass. Put a perfect pass to Reagan right there.
24-21, and Addison Parks. She has been electric from beyond the service line. Picked up in the middle, Pavliska. Harden going to go bottom side to Paul. Paul goes up top, picked up by Laney. Laney Hennessy, bottom side, picked up by Pavliska. Harden going to go up top to Sefcik, and Sefcik gets it down.
Not going away, guys. Our very best hitter, Alabama commit, gets a pretty good set, pretty good hit. They defend it, get back into their system on schedule, and, man, make a good play. Now they've got a great server.
Sloan Paul will drop back to serve. Sloan's got 31 aces on the year, picked up in the middle and an overpass, and she'll have 32. 24-23.
Yeah, that was one of those seam balls right there on the serve in between Addie Laney and Laney Hennessy, and just a little bit of a shank there.
Communication for Wimberley. Paul on serve. Addie Laney is there. Weeks going to go up to Laney Hennessy. Dip to the left-hand side. Down. Texans take set 2.
Wow. I mean, just a great, first of all, an excellent pass off a really tough serve by Addie Laney just to get that possession for Wimberley going, get it started, and then just Laney Hennessy again doing what she can, makes the most of a set, and just drops it over the top of the block for the 25th point of the set, 25-23. Right?
Texas take the victory, 25-23. We're going to take a break. Set number 3 coming up right after this break. You're listening to Texan Volleyball, KWVH 94.3 FM, Wimberley Valley Radio, also streaming on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Dave Campbell's Texan Live has partnered with VCR Now to spotlight student broadcast programs across the state of Texas, recognizing them for their teamwork and stellar video production. This season, 10 student broadcast programs will be spotlighted, and each one will receive a $500 donation to their program thanks to the support of VCR Now. At the end of the football season, fans will rally the vote to help name the Student Broadcast Program of the Year, and a winner of the $2,500 grand prize presented at the 2023 UIL Football State Championships. Thank you to VCR Now for your support of student broadcast programs across Texas.
One more.
One more!
One more, guys, one more. Set, hut.
Let's go, one more!
Hey, kid. Yeah, we'll take one more.
Oh, one more.
Wow! Do it one more time. Do it one more time.
465-7803. Online at Broadway.bank. Broadway Bank, member FDIC.
The law.
And we are back right here, Jimmy Littleton Gymnasium at the Blossom Athletic Complex. Jared Robinson, Darren Masur, Greg Weeks. Now on the video camera, Mr. Pat Lowry, bringing you all the shots today. He's going to be the camera connoisseur, is what we'll call him.
He's
tonight.
the camo cameraman.
He is. You can't see him because he's in camo. I will tell you this. Shout out to Pat Lowry, because literally about 2.5 hours ago, Pat was in North Austin, and he texted me. He said, I am coming. It was in Hutto. He said, I am coming. I am going to be late, but I will be coming in hot.
And the camera, guys, was just a far-away viewpoint. Now he's bringing it in and using his skills and talents. Appreciate his volunteerism and his Texan pride. Cutting through probably some nasty traffic.
Oh, I guarantee it. Some weather moving into Central Texas as well. Kind of been raining off and on all day. Texans have a 2-0 lead over the Floresville Jaguars. Floresville coming in 40-2 on the year. Texans 35-7. The winner of this one will play Davenport tomorrow at 1:30 right here at Littleton Gymnasium.
I tell you what, it doesn't feel like a 2-0 lead like it felt like on Tuesday night. I just felt like
even those
yeah.
sets were just as close, man.
Yeah,
but you're right, man.
They keep getting they're just dialing up their intensity a little bit more. You just wonder how much higher they can get. And
they got Pavliska on track a little bit in that second set. She started getting some serious kills and really attacking the ball offensively for them, and in Wimberley got some big points from some sophomore girls, Lily Sandoval and Mariah McCoy in that second set that were clutch. And then
they have changed their libero.
Okay.
Gabriela Rodriguez is in the libero jersey, and Obregon is down here on the front side. So Rodriguez is the libero. Up to the top side, Kinsley Brown with a swing, and it will be rolled over to the middle, picked up by Laney Hennessy. Weeks to the middle, Addison Parks blocked in the middle by Hurtless. Weeks going to go back row attack for Laney Hennessy, rolled over to the middle, picked up on the back row. Rodriguez now to the bottom side. Pavliska blocked by Addison Parks.
Addison Parks, that might be her first block that I've noticed today. People around her have had some good blocks. That was a great play by her. And, boy, Laney she's a star tonight, guys.
Yep, absolutely. Number 10 has been great for the Wimberley Texans.
Addie Laney will serve, picked up on the back row by Paul. Bump set to the middle by Pavliska, just thrown over by Obregon. Weeks going to go top side to Laney Hennessy, and a little bit too high on the set, and it's all knotted up 1-1.
I've never noticed this before, but Jesse and Downtown have kind of run into each other, and it's probably Downtown maybe lacking a little bit of mobility with the left ankle.
Obregon will serve, and it's an ace.
Man.
Underneath Addie Laney, and it's 2-1. Drops off the table.
Yeah, beautiful serve by Obregon. I don't know how you get to that.
I'll tell you what, Phil Necro's knuckleball didn't look as good as that one right there. Good gosh.
Giada Obregon will go back to serve, 2-1. Floresville near side. Laney's there. Bump set, top side. Laney Hennessy will go cross court, picked up on the back row by Rodriguez. Harded set in the middle, and Hurtless throws it down. 3-1 Floresville.
Real good timing right there between setter and hitter. And Hurtless just, she's so tall, so long, and she's able to just knock it straight down.
So we're up 8-3 in the first 2 sets. We're down 1-3 in the third set, Wimberley, Texas.
Gianna Obregon picked up. Bump set from Weeks up to the top to Hennessy. Roll over to the middle. Pavlicka is there. Pavlicka to the top side. Paul goes cross court and got it.
Yeah, great shot again. That's twice, 3 times now that she's gone cross court with kind of inside spin, curving inside the line.
Speaking of, Jesse was kind of caught out of position in that time.
Obregon out of the libero uniform and now into the regular one. On serve, over the top of the net. Parks, one hand. Parks will get it back over on a great one-handed save by Weeks. Harden set it all the way to the top. Pavlicka leans in, blocked by Addison Parks, and she got it.
Man, she's so great at that. And Pavlicka really she just kind of went up to really attack that hard, and it gets knocked straight down inside the 10-foot line on the block by Addison Park.
2-4. Floresville leads over to the Wimberley Texans. Texans 2-0 in the set count. Rodriguez on the back picks it up. Harden going to go to the top to Hurtless. Hurtless blocked on the top side, picked up by Obregon. Now to the bottom, Pavlicka from 8 feet tries to throw it back left, and she will get it down. Addie Laney. No, that was Addison Parks. Tried to lay out to get it, but couldn't do it. Reagan Masur will come in. 5-2 Floresville here in set 3.
Yeah, finding some holes, trying to find some places they can get the ball in where Wimberley's girls are not.
Hurtless on serve, and they're going to get a rotation violation. And you have to wonder a little bit if this has to do with the libero situation.
Yeah.
The substitution, so it's 5-3. Texans get the ball back.
Their coach is not as visible as you would normally see. She's not standing like you would see a head coach stand and so forth, but she's actually, they're having to make some adjustments. I like her coaching move, but now they're going to have to adjust to the position as well.
Back row, it'll be Pavlicka. In the middle, it'll be the libero, Gabriela Rodriguez, and Obregon on the left-hand side.
And you wonder if this is the first time they've switched to libero in the middle of a match. I'm guessing not. It's not something you probably do in a regional semifinal if you hadn't done it once before. So I would assume this is not the first time they've played in this rotation with these girls in those particular jersey colors.
My accountant offered to get a water for me. She did. This thing is like a half a gallon of water, so I'm going to have to find a restroom here in a little bit.
Hey, you can get hot mic'd in this place. I've done it before.
Yes, you can.
Tori Tackett moves from the right side now to the left side. They're saying that she was out of the rotation. The assistant coach is double checking, and the head coach, Deborah Hoffman.
In the meantime, you've got a very young, as far as playing experience, Skylar Heron waiting to serve. This cannot be good news for her, so hopefully she'll give us a good, effective, and Barthels recognizes that. I want her to go up there. Hey, go up there and talk to some of those veterans. They'll tell you how to handle this situation.
The down ref now going back to the table, and I have seen them take the point off the board, by the way. Deborah Hoffman will come back up now. Long conversation here with Hoffman and the down ref, and I think they may take the point off here, guys. No, I don't think so. Hoffman doesn't appear to be happy with the call.
Yeah,
she's going to say that Tackett has to be on the far side, and Hoffman says, okay, is that going to be the same all the time? Because this is what I have. I'm giving play-by-play of the conversation.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the coach.
We need a crowd mic down there.
Her expressions are very demonstrative. You can almost tell what's going on. They're not in agreement about that rotation.
Well, I've been following volleyball very closely now for about 10 years, and I still don't understand the rotations completely, so I'm going to make no comment right now.
We spoke about the down ref being one of the best in the business, and she absolutely is, and she is. It's going to be hard to win that argument because she understands the game as good as any.
All right, so now they're going to sub
Tackett
in.
is going to come out, actually, and they're going to substitute in.
And then they're going to sub right back, I bet. No?
No, they're going to bring in Lila Smith, the sophomore.
There's a short. Pavlicki's in. Pavlicki's on the front row.
So 4 on the back will be Lila Smith on the back right. They're going to go to the middle, a little bit of Rodriguez. Harden going to go back row for Pavlicka. She's going to roll it over to here to the near side. Not good communication for Wimberley. Cameron Thames with a left-hand swing off of the antenna.
Yeah, and that was one of those where Skylar, she kind of should have let Addie Laney get that ball so she can get the second touch instead of the first touch, but they kind of ran into each other, and Reagan had to come from across the court to get the second touch.
Pavlicka will go back to serve. Now in comes Tori Tackett. She'll be in the middle. Pavliska will serve. Picked up by Laney Hennessy. Skylar Herring back to Laney. Laney cross court, picked up by Pavliska on the backside. Bump set from Obregon. Paul. Laney picks it up in the middle. Mariah McCoy with a big swing.
Wow.
We got to get the the ball more. Wimberley Texans does, and
The chemistry between those two has been great. Skylar Herring and Mariah McCoy.
both of them sophomores, man. You know, they've been probably playing on the playground for
Yeah, and with
many years.
that break in the action, Greg, you know, Wimberley's got to have some resolve here and stay resilient and stay in this thing.
Laney Hennessy will drop back to serve now. 6-4 off the top of the tape and down. Texans.
You know, if I'm Floresville, I'm wondering, I'm like, man, I just don't feel like we're getting enough breaks, including that serve right there. Wimberley gets a nice break with Laney.
So Laney Hennessy will serve again. 5 serving 6. Texans now trail by 1. Hennessy, that one's into the net. Texans have struggled from beyond the service line tonight at certain times. Back in the hands of Sloan Paul.
Sloan Paul, she's only missed one serve tonight, but she's been really good behind the line too.
Paul pulled up by Reagan Masur. Schuyler to the bottom side, swing by Thames. Picked up on the back row by Pavliska. Texans will have an opportunity. Now all the way across, Lily Sandoval rolls it over. Paul is there, dumped to the right-hand side by Harding. Skylar Herring, back row attack from Laney Hennessy. Big swing, and he looks
set.
A little look on the right-hand side as the overrated comments came from the student section.
Yeah, the last time that we heard a lot of that, they got quieted down real quick. By Laney Hennessy, so we'll see what happens here.
It's medicine for Laney, I can promise you.
Reagan Masur will serve it. Don't see Laney respond much, but she did there. Pavliska picks it up. Hardin going to go to the top side. Swing partially blocked by Obregon. Now up to the middle. Lily Sandoval go cross court. Middle picked up by Pavliska. Hardin bump set. Back row attack shoved over by Paul. And got it over the hands. It was actually partially blocked by Herring.
Yeah, it was deflected it just off. It ended up hitting Reagan in the chest.
Yeah, great push.
The deflection. Really good push.
8-6. And Hardin drops back. Hennessy, middle. Addison Parks, picked up by Obregon. Pavliska down to the bottom. Obregon touch over the top. Herring is there. Reagan Masur. Lily Sandoval rolls it up in the middle. Pavliska there again. Hardin going to go to the middle for Hurtless. Got it.
So
we got to swing, you know, we got to swing at the net there. Just too many rollovers, too many tip shots and rolls in that possession in the prior possession, Greg.
A tip over right now to Floresville really puts them in a good position to get a kill.
And Maddie Hardin back to serve again, guys. Reagan, Herring, bottom side. Cameron Thames swung out on the top right.
Boy.
10-6 Floresville, they separate.
Yeah, Cameron kind of caught that on the way down a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Maddie Hardin, another one. Masur is there. Herring, middle. Parks, left-hand side, picked up by Paul. Hardin going to go to the top side, tack it, cross court, and got it.
Well, got to stay on that line, got to stay disciplined.
Jaguars got great momentum right now. Jared left 11-6, and the ball. And their best server tonight, number 2, Maddie Hardin. She's really putting a lot of pressure on the back row.
Yeah, Maddie Hardin has been electric from beyond the service line, and she continues it here. 11-6, Floresville leads. Reagan Masur's got it. Herring sets it up to the top. Lily Sandoval swings, partially blocked. Pavliska. Hardin going to the middle to Hartless. Great play from Hartless.
Yeah.
12.
You know, I know, and Hardin's done a good job, but we've had 3 straight good passes off of her serves, and we just you know, Wimberley's just not doing anything with it.
Well, I think for Wimberley at this point, with this specific rotation, this is where we have seen Floresville come back and they make their runs.
Yeah.
And the big one for Wimberley is you've got Sandoval on the outside, and she's not swinging probably to her full capability as we've seen her all year.
And in her defense, the set, one of the sets was a little bit low, one of them was a little bit outside. So
go back to set 1 though. How many times did we see the back row attack set up to Laney Hennessy?
Right.
See if that's maybe something they adjust to right here to try to get Laney Hennessy several times at the beginning. And if you're Floresville, put Maddie Hardin behind the line as many times as you can. If you can sub her in some way where she serves 5 or 6 times, you're going to win the state tournament because that girl is dynamite from the backside. Hurtless coming alive here in the third set too.
Yep. You know, her ace total is low, Maddie Hardin's is, but I tell you what, with her being a setter, those serves from setters seem to have a lot of ebb and flow as far as their effectiveness. We've seen that from the Wimberley, and she's probably been hot in the last 2-3 weeks, and certainly hot tonight. I'm so impressed with Maddie Harden.
Yeah. She started out with 28. The leader was 83. She may be there by the end of this match.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right. Might be there now.
12-6, Floresville with a lead here in set 3. Harden picked up by Masur. Good pass. Set to the middle. Blocked in the middle by Hurtless. Again, Herring now goes to the bottom side. Thames tips it over. Pavliska right there. No problem. Harden goes to the bottom. Obregon swings down to the floor.
Yeah,
Texans
just
can't get that swing to rip through right now.
Yeah. Too many tips and rolls right now.
Harden again on serve. Masur is there. Herring with a bump set. Lily Sandoval tries to go cross court. Picked up. Obregon flipped over. Now easy ball over from Tackett. Texans get another opportunity to the middle. Addison Parks.
Yeah, just set too low.
Set. We need Skylar.
14-6. Harden back again.
Giving everything she's got.
Harden will now go to the bottom side. Hennessy is there. Herring going to go to Thames on the right side. Hit up in the air. A nice play by Pavliska. Back row attack for Paul. Rolls it. Hennessy's there. Herring going to go to the top to Lily Sandoval. Big swing partially blocked. Paul's there. Harden, middle. Hurtless. Got it in the left corner.
Man. Nice job. Great set again by Floresville. Hurtless goes up and hammers it home. And, you're just seeing the length of Floresville getting to Wimberley a little bit on that front row defensively. Getting their hands on everything at the net and slowing it down.
And I think Wimberley just lacks the killer right now on the front row.
Yeah.
Masur up to the middle. Back row attack towards the middle. Picked up. They're going to pick that one up. Obregon. Big swing. Hurtless. And it's out. Bailed out right there by Floresville.
So we got the front half rotation.
And again, man, sorry.
Go ahead.
I thought we passed the ball well off of Maddie Harden in that possession.
Yes.
Just couldn't get the kill. I thought 6 passes in a row were really good to target.
Jesse Weeks now trailing 15-7. Floresville come out behind Maddie Harden, and she's been a good one. Paul Harden, back row attack from Pavliska, rolled over. Reagan's there. Weeks going to go top side. Sandoval, big swing. Pavliska gets it back in, now to the bottom. Obregon with a swing. Hennessy's there. Weeks to the middle. Parks out on the back side. Texans are stepping on their own foot.
Yeah, that set there was a little low, and just need to get a little bit higher.
Yep. They're talking about it. They're communicating, and a little frustration right now from Wimberley, but that's all right. I mean, this is a good volleyball team for Floresville.
Lila Smith out on the backside.
Good job
Did
by Reagan
not
there.
miss by much.
So if Wimberley wants to make a move, they probably need to do it right now. Laney goes up to the front row. We got a really good serve in Addie Laney, and just need to have some good things happen. If not, at the very least, get some momentum.
Addie Laney on serve to the right-hand side, picked up by Pavliska. To the middle, Hurtless flipped over. Laney gets underneath it. Weeks going to go up to Laney Hennessy and a big swing, and she'll get the point.
Yeah, good set right there by Jesse Weeks there. I think Floresville thought that Jesse was going to go to Addison Parks in the middle right there. She sets it to Laney for the kill. And I'll say this, Lily Sandoval, she swung at those last two hard too.
Did.
Give Floresville the credit. They're slowing it down. They're getting their hands up and slowing it down.
Addie Laney, 16-9, Floresville leads, picked up by Pavliska. Harden to the top side, Obregon flips it over, right hand from Weeks, dumped in the middle. Point Texans, they're going to get Hurtless over the top.
Yeah. Hurtless is over.
We thought earlier they may make that call. They did not. They got Jesse into the net, but Hurtless.
She's not happy about the call, that's for sure. But
Kinsley was there. You have to give the defender the opportunity to tip it. And so Addie Laney picked up in the middle by Rodriguez. Herden, now Hurtless puts it away.
Takes a little anger out on that one. Really good set again. The timing right now is impeccable between the setter and Hurtless in the middle.
Yeah, it's so quick it fools Addison. She looks a little frustrated not being able to get to that block.
Giada Obregon goes back 17-10. Floresville picked up. Weeks going to set it up to the top side. Laney Hennessy from 10 feet. Pavliska with a great play. One hand from Rodriguez. Back to the middle. Harden's got it. Masur, Weeks, middle, Parks. Blocked but down on the Floresville side, and it's 17-11.
There's a good connection right there between the setter, Jesse Weeks, and Addison Parks in the middle. Good
That's
chemistry.
off to Coach Hoffman moving Gabrielle Rodriguez back to libero. Man, she's really making a difference back there, Jared.
Absolutely. That's a fantastic one-hand play by the libero Rodriguez. Addison Parks now. Rodriguez in the middle. Harden going to go to the top side. Hurtless goes cross-court and it's way out. So Texans now within 5, 17-12. They trail Floresville here in this third set.
Yeah, she hit that in the right place because the block was to the left of her, or to the right of her if you're facing it, and she sailed it out of bounds.
Parks on serve, picked up by Pavliska. Harden going to go back to Pavliska, leaned in and blocked by Kinsley Brown.
Kinsley Brown doing a great job with some blocks. She's starting to get her tally up there and just doing a good job there. I'll tell you what, we mentioned that this is our chance. We had Addie in, and now we've got another good serve. Addison Parks gets it to win within 4.
13-17, Texans trail to Floresville. Floresville has been dynamite here in the third set. Harden, bump set to the top side. Hurtless has got to go all the way across, and that's going to go out. The bump set took her almost well outside the antenna, and it's 17-14. Addison Parks on serve, and Hoffman's going to call a timeout. Going back to what you said earlier with Lily Sandoval, I almost feel like that right there, what we just saw, the set taking Hurtless almost 2 feet outside of the antenna. When they set Lily, they're setting Lily outside the boundary line.
Right.
A lot of times you do see that, but I feel like they're setting it in the perfect spot because Lily has been going cross-court.
Cross-court,
if
right.
she goes line, maybe a little bit different story, but you've seen Hurtless have that success tonight doing that. That's why you see 17-14.
Exactly. And I think, this is, I say this all year for the Wimberley Texans. When Reagan, the libero, when Reagan Missouri's on the bench, this has been a really good rotation. Not that I want her to be on the bench, but I'm just saying, just defensively and serve-wise, we've made some runs with this group on the court right here.
Yeah, it actually gives the libero some valuable rest.
It does.
Well.
It does.
Let's get off her feet a second.
I think with Addie Laney back there defensively, and with Addison Parks, who's so athletic and such good server, that this is something that they've made some runs throughout the year with this rotation.
Addison Parks will go back to serve again. Texans trail by 3, 17-14 Floresville. Third set, Texans up 2-0 here in the regional semifinals. Parks on serve. Little miscommunication, but got it. Harden top side, Hurtless rolls it over. Addie Laney's right there. Weeks goes to the top for Kinsley Brown, blocked in the middle by Paul. Now up to the top, Hennessy rolls it over, picked up on the back row. Nice play. Harden rolled over to the middle. Hennessy lays out, got it. Weeks going to go backside. Kinsley Brown 10 feet off the block. One-handed play by Obregon. Bottom side, Pavliska picks it up. One hand by Addison Parks. Bump set to the middle. Free ball over from Wimberley. It's going to be out. Miscommunication, Texans.
Unfortunate, because what a great play by both teams. Unfortunate right there that Addie Laney was calling for it. Laney Hennessy was calling for it. They both went for it, knocked it out of bounds.
18-14.
Great defense.
Hurtless goes back to serve. Hurtless picked up by Addie Laney. Weeks will go to the top to Laney Hennessy. Flips it over to the right, and it falls to the court. Again, a set that got over the top of Laney Hennessy.
Yeah, she adjusted well, but there's a little bit of just not setting and hitting well right now. Not really preparing the hitters to be their very best.
But like we said about Floresville, Wimberley hadn't gone away either. I mean, this set was stretched out to 7 or 8 points, and they fought back to get within 3.
Skylar Herring will go back. Sophomore setter to the left-hand side, picked up by Pavliska. Harden going to go to the right-hand side by Paul. Paul rolls it over. Reagan Massur's there. Bump set to the bottom side. Laney Hennessy, big swing. Back on the Texans. Mariah McCoy. Rodriguez. Self-defense gets it. Bottom side. Pavliska. Point. Floresville.
That's tough, man. I mean,
Floresville is winning those tough points right now. And, you love that in a Floresville team. They're just used to winning. The coach has got them winning a bunch, and they're just expecting it.
Pavliska, 19-15. Massur. Herring, bottom side, Laney Hennessy, cross court, picked up by Pavliska on the back row. Harden, bump set to the bottom for Paul. Paul throws it in. Texans will get it back over. Picked up by Hurtless. Going to go back to Paul. That's a double.
Sorry.
Oh, you're all right. I saw it too. You're good.
So Maddie Harden is human.
Yeah.
She makes a mistake finally, and boy, she's had a great match.
Yeah, she really
All
has.
pass for her.
Laney Hennessy back to serve. Floresville has the opportunity to be the first to 20. We talked about it with Wimberley being important to get to 20 first. Now Floresville with the opportunity. Laney Hennessy trying to stop that. Picked up on the back row by Pavliska. Harden goes to the top for Paul. Paul goes cross court, out.
This time she tries to spin it off that palm, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's the first time she hasn't been successful with that swing that she's got, where she spins it just inside the line all the way across the court.
19-17, Texans still trail by 2 here in the third set. Set or served by Laney Hennessy, picked up on the back row. Nice play by Obregon. Paul on the bottom side. Partially blocked by Mariah McCoy, but tipped down, and it's 20-17. Floresville hits 21st.
Smart play by Paul.
And boy, they got some good servers coming up. Paul up to serve now.
Sloan Paul, 31 aces on the year. Rolls it over the middle. Laney Hennessy is theirs. To the middle, Mariah McCoy, they're going to get a double right there on Skylar Herring, and the set was over anyways. So Mariah McCoy hit it well out, sets to the middle and sets to the top. Haven't been there for Wimberley here in the third set. Sloan Paul, serve, picked up. Herring is right at the net. They're going to get Skylar Herring into the net, 22-17.
Yeah, it's front row attack call there.
This is the rotation.
Ball to kind of come and get a
timeout Wimberley.
Yep.
This is the rotation for Wimberley that they've been able to take advantage of. Sloan Paul and Maddie Harden. Texans have got to figure out something right here to fix this here in the third set. And if you're Floresville, you have discovered what you need to do, because they are absolutely dominating. Although Texans are in the third set still, they have owned the third set pretty much from go.
They have from the jump, and that's, you know, a good substitution, like you said, defensively, putting a different libero in. But everybody on their side of the court is playing really good defense right now, and it starts at the net with the block. I mean, they've been slowing everything down. All the hits from the Texans, they're getting their hands on them. They're slowing them down. And that's where the Jaguars have made a lot of progress, is defensively on that side of the court.
Let's talk about this. We talked about their tempo needing to speed up early. Boy, I'm so impressed how they've adjusted to Wimberley's tempo and really kind of met it and sometimes exceeded it.
Paul on serve, picked up by Masur. Herring going to go to the bottom side to Cameron Thames, again off the set. Rodriguez lays out, Pavliska, back row attack. Right-hand side picked up by Masur. Texans will go back row attack again, set off of the side. Paul picks it up in the middle. Sorry about that, Tackett. Big swing by Lily Sandoval. She got it. She went line that time.
And that time Skylar went with a bump set because she was getting up off of her knees off the court and got herself in position to get that ball to Lily. And a really good swing by Lily.
22-18 Floresville.
Good server right now. Reagan Masur gives Wimberley an opportunity to maybe make a dent in this lead.
Texans trail by 4. 22-18 serve. Picked up on the back row by Pavliska. Back row attack coming up from Pavliska, left-hand side. Cameron Thames is there. Bump set, back row attack coming up from Laney Hennessy, and it's into the middle of the net. It's 23-18, 2 points away from a set here in set 3 for Floresville.
And I think that time Skylar just got caught watching a little bit. Reagan had to take the second touch. And
back goes Maddie Harden. 23-18. Reagan, good pass. Herring set to the left-hand side. Addison Parks, what a play it was to lay out from Sloan Paul just to get it back. They're going to get a lift on Harden. So it's 23-19. Texans will have the ball back, but what a fantastic play by Sloan Paul to lay out and get that one. Jesse Weeks back in.
Floresville's wanting to put Wimberley on the mat right here. Wimberley's trying to get some momentum to carry over.
Weeks. Serve, Paul on the back row. Harden going to go to Pavliska on the top side. Tips it over. Texans are there. Bump set. Lily Sandoval goes left side. Didn't swing on that one. Pavliska going to go to the top. Blocked in the middle. Hurtless is there. Harden going to go back to the top. Hit over by Obregon. Wimberley's got it. Weeks, middle. Thrown to the left, and they're going to get a lift. 24-19. Pass is a little over into the net, and it's 24-19, 5-point lead, and 1 point away from set 3 going to Floresville.
Yeah, on a free ball, really, it just kind of passed too tight to the net.
Lila Smith, the sophomore, on serve. Picked up, bottom side, Sandoval swings. Got it, 24-20.
2 good swings from Lily in that rotation.
In checks Addie Laney.
Wimberley looking for some momentum at least to carry over to the next set. Again, Floresville trying to hit the knockout punch of this third set.
Lila Smith on the back row. Going to the right, out. Set 3. goes to Floresville. They are not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to set 4 right here at Littleton Gymnasium. We will be right back, set 4, just on the other side of this break. You're listening to Texan Volleyball, KWVH 94.3 FM, Wimberley Valley Radio, and online at Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
The heart. It's what moves us, keeps us growing strong. And at Texas Children's Heart Center, they've been #1 in the nation at treating hearts like mine for 5 years in a row. From the most common diseases to the most complex, they're always looking for new ways to keep our hearts healthy, using genetic testing, AI predictive programs, and minimally invasive procedures. The expert team of physicians help families stay healthy by never missing a beat.
Most people don't know what it's like to live here. In Texas, we understand hard work, family, and community. That's why I serve in the Texas Army National Guard. I pass my neighbors on the street, and I'm proud. Proud to teach the next generation of leaders. Proud to serve in the town right where I live. Outsiders might not understand, but for Texas, I will.
Regional semifinal matchup. 2-1, the Wimberley Texans lead. They took set 1, 25-19. Set 2, 25-23. Floresville charges back, takes set 3, 25-20. So Floresville trails 2-1. Now here going into set 4. Winner of this one takes on Davenport tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know, whoever survives this is going to be a little bit gassed compared to Davenport, who was pretty relatively easy victory for them against Cal Allen. Of course, Cal Allen, congrats to them on a great season, making it to the regional tournament this year. But yeah, this is going to be a war right here between these two teams to the finish line.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Shout out to Tad and Christy Degenhardt, Ace Hardware, probably the best Ace Hardware in my mind in the United States. And they have really done a good job of hosting the tennis teams, football teams, and now the volleyball teams in playoffs. They host a big send-off as the bus comes by, and she did come by and she says, hey, I enjoy listening to y'all on the radio.
That's
awesome.
Paid
us a big compliment to Jerry.
It's one of the great things of the playoff runs for Wimberley is getting to drive through Ace Hardware and see all those fans out there cheering them on.
Yeah, it's cool, and they do a good job of getting up the momentum. They make sure that all the EMS officials are there and sirens going, and they just do a good job. Bring out the cowbells, and just a good thing and a great business. And if you're out there listening, go out there tomorrow and buy some hardware or gift equipment, gifts and so forth. They got so many things for your household, and good folks there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Great. They've supported the community for a long time. You can go by there and see Christy and Tad and all the other great people.
Tad was working there when he was in high school.
My first job, by the way. Tad hired me for my first job.
Did he? Well, that was the biggest mistake he ever made working for Ace Hardware was hiring you.
Yeah.
But outside of that.
The leakage stopped once he stopped
Let me tell you something
there.
right now. I could clean a floor, baby.
All right. I love it.
I was a heck of a floor cleaner. That's about all I made it up to. It was right before baseball season started, so I was a temporary employee. Jesse Weeks will start it off on service for the Wimberley Texans here in set 4.
Skylar Heron looks to be the setter in the second rotation based on where she's sitting.
Weeks will get us going. Set 4 underway. Paul in the back row picked it up. Harden going to go down to the bottom side. Blocked but down. Nice swing right there by number 10, Tackett.
Yeah, just a little too far off the net with Kinsley Brown there. He's got to get there and get in position. Try to knock that down. Really good swing from the right side.
Gabriela Rodriguez will serve now. Rodriguez with a jump serve, and it's way out of the back. In fact, Paul Mayhew makes a heck of a play, a left-handed play up there.
Yeah.
One of the photographers here today. Had a chance to talk to him earlier. Well, that's because all of the cameras here are not cheap, including every single one of them. Addie Laney 1-1, right-hand side. In on the right-hand side, and Addie Laney's got the ace. The miscommunication now to Floresville on that side. Pavliska and Paul.
Is that the first easy point they've allowed us to have in a while?
Yeah, they haven't made a lot of mistakes in a long time.
Laney again on serve. She'll go right back to the same spot. Pavliska is there. Back-to-back aces for Addie Laney.
That's what you need if you're Wimberley from your ace leader on the season. She's been so great all year long.
And I will say this, Pavliska in set 3 had an unbelievable service return.
Yeah.
She was absolutely phenomenal. They move her up. Paul's got it. Point Wimberley, rotation.
They've got another rotation situation right there. And
4-1.
Both the up ref and the down ref both saw it and called it.
4-1. Addie Laney will go back to serve again. Texans lead. Laney over here to the near side. Paul's got it off the tape. Harden's going to go to Pavliska on the bottom side from 8 feet. Rolls it over. Masseur's there. Weeks all the way across to Hennessy. Big swing, got it through.
What
Hurtless.
a shoot set. I'm telling you, that was 25 feet in the air from Jesse Weeks. Shoot set straight across the top of the net to Laney Hennessy, who absolutely destroys it in the middle of the court.
You had to be anticipating that the middle was going to get that set. It was set, picture perfect. Jesse opts to go for the shoot set, does a really good job, and Laney kills it.
Addie Laney again on serve, down to the near side. Paul's got to lay out. Pavliska with a bump set. Free ball over from Hurtless. Masseur. Weeks goes to the top to Kinsley Brown. Swings to the right-hand side. Got Rodriguez. Back row attack coming up from Sloan Paul. She'll hit it to the middle. Masseur is there. Weeks all the way across to Hennessy. Big swing out on the backside.
Man, that would have been a huge one right there for Wimberley.
Yeah.
Really good set off a good pass and just smoked it over. I think she didn't go up with a full swing there. Tried to ease up just a little.
Obregon to the middle, now to the left-hand side for Addison Park. Tries to shovel it. Harden's there. Now Pavliska back to the middle. Weeks to the bottom side. Hennessy swing out on the back again.
Oh, gosh.
5-3 as both back-to-back go out. Timeout on the court. We're going to take it with them. You're listening to Texan Volleyball. KWVH 94.3 FM, Wimberley Valley Radio.
My name's Danny, and I absolutely love my F-150. I bought this particular truck because of the Blue Cruise. You literally let go of your hands. It just centers the car in the lane, follows the person.
Skylar Herring checks in. She'll be playing on the right side, and then she'll rotate on the back. When she gets to the back, she'll be the setter. So she'll be playing all the way around the rest of the way.
Obregon now will come in to serve. So 3 serving, 5. Floresville trails. Obregon on the serve. Reagan Masseur's got it. Bump set. She'll go to Skylar Herring, right-hand side. Picked up by Rodriguez. Great play. Harden to the bottom side. Paul blocked on the left by Laney Hennessy. Picked up. Free ball over for Wimberley. Weeks has got it all the way across to Hennessy. Swings. Won't swing. Harden picks it up. Obregon to the top. Pavliska with a swing. Picked up by Addie Laney. Going back to Laney Hennessy. Top side into the net. Point for Floresville. It's 5-4. Texans have had the chance to separate. It was 5-2. And they or 5-1, and they turned around, had a chance to take it to 6-1. Now it's 5-4, and Floresville is tough. Obregon, serve, Addie Laney, up to the top. Laney Hennessy swings, picked up by Rodriguez. Bump back to the middle. Pavliska will roll it over, and what a bump set on the second touch there for Floresville as they tie it up.
Yeah, nice roll shot to the middle of the floor. Wimberley on their heels a little bit defensively right there, expecting a bigger swing.
5-5, and Obregon will serve. Giada Obregon has got a good run going for Floresville here. Obregon picked up by Masseur. Weeks going to the middle. Addison Parks tried to tap it, and it hits Hurtless. It'll be a point for Wimberley.
Yeah, set just a little bit low right there for Jesse, and Addison was able to just make it work and get it down for the point off of Hurtless.
Talking about Maddie Harden, she's really doing a good job of slowing down the balls and really distracting Laney Hennessy on her hits. And so she's setting, she's blocking, serving, she's doing a good job.
6-5, Addison Parks to serve. Rodriguez is there. Harden bump set back to the middle. Free ball over for Wimberley. Weeks Laney Hennessy's going to have to, or Addie Laney, now free ball over from Wimberley. Harden, middle set for Hurtless, left-hand side. One hand from Weeks. Back to the middle, Addison Parks, free ball over from Laney Hennessy. Picked up in the middle, Hurtless. Harden, back set. Nice swing by Paul.
Yeah, just got Wimberley out of system on that entire possession there. And a great job on a free ball there, putting it right to the setter who puts it on point.
Hurtless goes back to serve at 6-6. Hurtless on serve, left-hand side. Reagan Masur is there. Weeks going to go middle. Big swing. Rodriguez off the top. Obregon runs it down. Free ball over from Gabriela Rodriguez. Addie Laney. Weeks. Left-hand side, Hennessy can't get it down. Texans won't seem to swing it a little bit. Down to the top side. Back over. They'll go up to the top to Pavliska, and she'll swing it. Knocks it down, 7-6.
Man, Wimberley really scrambling defensively, and, you know, just a little bit different look with Skylar Herring there on the front row. But, man, they're doing all they can. They're laying, tripping over each other trying to get the balls, but got to get this ball into system right here.
Jags lead 7-6. Hurtless. Laney. Weeks going to go all the way to Laney Hennessy. Big swing, and she'll get that one down.
Yeah, a little frustration right there. 4 missed opportunities. Gets that one and really hammers it.
Skylar Herring goes back to serve.
She'll go back to serve and set. Jesse checks out. Cameron Thames comes in to run the front, the right on the front.
So 7-7, all tied up. Herring on serve. Obregon going to be an ace. Nice serve right there from Skylar Herring.
You talk about getting thrown to the fire, man. You're playing a sophomore, moved up from the JV late in the season. Just having to do it all, Jared.
Herring float serve. Obregon's there. Harden going to back set. Pavliska just rolls it over the top, and what a shot that was. 8-8. The roll shots for Floresville are falling.
Yeah, so Frontier was telling one of the hitters there, you got to be able to cover that.
8-8. Pavliska on serve. Pass not quite there. Laney Hennessy, Pavliska, Harden to the middle. Nice swing by Tackett.
A little slow to get to the block right there for Wimberley.
And
it started kind of with a bad pass from the libero, and just got to get the ball back into system with one good pass.
Floresville's done a great job of taking advantage of Wimberley being a little discombobulated. Overpass. Mariah McCoy left-hand side. Pavliska picked it up. Back over. Herring going top. Cameron Thames swing right at Pavliska again. Harden, Tackett left hand. Laney Hennessy's there. Skylar Herring going to Laney. Swung. Hit off of Tackett. Now back over. Free ball from Wimberley. Texans get it back. Bump set going back to Laney Hennessy. 10 feet. That one's into the bottom of the net. Texans are not in rhythm at all.
Yeah, a little bit flustered as a whole. The unit
a little bit tired, a little bit frustrated.
Yeah.
Floresville momentum is all with the Jaguars.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you gotta be resilient. You have been all year. Got to be resilient here and just dig down deep.
Yes.
You know, you're a little bit gassed, a little bit tired. I mean, you had to fight back in set number 3 to try to get back in that and come from behind. So now you just take a good timeout, I think, by Coach Barthel's here.
Great time.
Settle everybody down. It's not the end of the world. It's a 2-point ball game in set number 4.
And the other side of that is what people did not see. Laney Hennessy, after hitting it in the middle of the net, kicked the ball underneath us down here.
Yeah.
And the up ref actually stopped her and said, hey, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
Immediately seeing that, Stephanie Barcel said, timeout. We're not going to take that risk of something going further than what that was.
Right.
So
that was a good job.
A little frustration there from the Wimberley Texans. But like I said, the Jags are absolutely dominating momentum. Texans had it. It was 5-1.
Yeah.
A simple shot to go out on the left-hand corner from Laney Hennessy goes out, or to hit it in, goes out on the backside. All of a sudden 5-2, and now we're sitting here 10-8. The Jags have done an excellent job of taking advantage of the mistakes of Wimberley and the lack of being able to get the kill.
Well, and they're really good at the net too. So like all of Wimberley's shots are contested by the Jaguars. I mean, they're slowing a lot of balls down.
Pavliska will serve, jump serve towards the middle. Picked up by Hennessy, way over Skylar Herring. Free ball over from Laney Hennessy to the back corner. Pavliska, Harden, tack it to the middle, shoves it to the right side. Hennessy's there. Herring, top side, big swing coming up, got it down. There's one for Laney Hennessy.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, still a good effort by number 18,
I'm going to tell you, I said a minute ago, Pavliska on returns and digs In the third set, she was dynamite. She was their reason they won the second set. Do not kid yourself. She has been phenomenal on Diggs.
If you watch them on film and you watched them in that Tex Fest tournament, this is what you saw from them. Gutsy team.
Paul to the middle. Harden dumps it over to the middle. Now Texans get it back. Bump set. Back row attack coming up from Hennessy. Right corner. Pavliska once again. Paul swings it over to the left off the antenna, and it's out.
Good job by Skylar letting it go there.
Yeah.
And good court presence.
Good defense right there, too, at the net. So she had to steer it around the block. So Wembley in position that time on the block.
Laney Hennessy will serve again. 10-10, it's all tied up. Picked up by Paul on the backside. Bump set. Back row attack from Pavliska. Picked up by Ryan Masur. Herring going to go to the top side to Cameron Thames. Cross court, it's tipped and it's out.
That was tipped. They didn't see it.
That ball was tipped.
The ball was tipped. That changed direction. I mean, we're at that angle where it wasn't going at us, and then it came at us. But they didn't see it.
That's okay. That's all right. Happens. Paul on serve, picked up on the back row by Hennessy. Herring going to the middle for Mariah McCoy. Again, just floated over the middle. Pavliska's right there. Harden, top side, swung by Obregon. Texans will have to shovel it over. Cameron Thames, the left-hand swing off the top, and a nice play. Obregon and Tackett were right there, but Cameron Thames with the kill. It's 11-11.
Yeah, and that time, Floresville just kind of back on their heels a little bit defensively. And, I mean, both teams are a little bit tired right now, and you can see that.
Reagan Masur will serve for the Texans, the junior libero. Back row will be Paul, Pavliska, and Rodriguez. Pavliska's there. Harden going to go back row attack to Pavliska into the middle of the net.
Yeah, so Laney showed a little vertical fatigue. Now Pavliska showed a little vertical fatigue. You've got to get really high on that kill from the back row.
Yeah, Pavliska came into the night with 554 kills. She's well above that now. 12-11 Wimberley. Masur on serve. Pavliska there. Harden going to go up to the top side. Swung by Obregon off of the antenna again.
Yep.
And it'll be 13-11.
All three of the officials saw that. And so, again, maybe a little fatigue there, too.
Yeah.
On the
second
approach.
time on the kill that Obregon has hit the antenna. Back-to-back kills on that left-hand side for her. Set's kind of taking her out a little bit. 13-11. Rodriguez has picked it up. Harden's going to have to come all the way back. Rolled over from Pavliska. Masur is there. Herring. Back row attack. Laney Hennessy floats it 75 feet in the middle. Tackett picks it up. Texans. Herring going to go to the bottom side. Sandoval can't get it down. It's blocked. Herring can't figure it out. It's 13-12.
Yeah, kind of changed directions on Skylar, and she tried to get a one arm up there, but the ball was rejected pretty quickly right at her.
If you're a Wembley fan, I hate to announce this to you, but Maddie Harden is serving.
Yeah.
Maddie Harden is serving 13-12. Harden on serve. Laney Hennessy. Herring, top side. Cameron Thames, the lefty, goes cross court.
That's a great set.
Dodge a big bullet right there, folks. And we get a senior setter back in the game.
And a really good set by Skylar Herring there, Greg, on a pass that was spinning off a great serve once again by Harden. But Laney's able to get under it and spin it up to Skylar.
As a reminder, Skylar's on the front right outside now.
Jesse Weeks will serve. Paul's picked it up, and it's going to be a double off of Tackett.
A huge serve right there for the senior. And this is a situation right here with Skylar Herring on the right side. They're not expecting Wimberley to set the ball there. We'll see what happens.
15-12 Texans. Serve picked up by Pavliska. Harden, middle. Hurtless picked up in the middle now. Weeks going all the way across to Lily Sandoval. Picked up by Pavliska on the back row. Harden, bottom side. Tackett tries to go cross court. Weeks is there. Bump set. Back row attack coming up from Laney Hennessy. Way out of the back corner, and she is off.
Yeah, just
a little bit of, it's like it's like any other sport. It's like a three-point shooter, man. When it's going good, it's going good, and then when you miss a few,
that's what that shot is.
It is.
Back row kill.
Yeah.
I saw this Paige Crawford 2 years ago. Got a little fatigue back there.
15-13 Texans lead. Way out of the back. Get a gift from Lila Smith.
Good job by Reagan letting that sail free.
Yeah.
Kind of read it right off the bat.
16-13. In checks Addie Laney back to serve.
Really good servers in a row coming up for Wembley, Texas.
Obregon on the backside along with Lila Smith. Picked up by Pavliska. Harden. Bottom side goes to Obregon. Blocked in the middle by Addison Parks.
Man, huge block by Addison Parks. She was the only one. It was a mano-a-mano right there at the net. and she was right in the right place and extended her right arm a little bit to get that down.
Addie Laney will go back. Texans 17-13 lead here in the fourth set. Picked up in the middle by Paul. Harden towards the middle. Hurtless goes left corner and gets it.
Good swing by Hurtless and a really good set by Harden. Quick set. Good timing. Puts it down off of Addie Laney.
I don't know who's going to win this match, but boy, I tell you what, I love both of these teams and their competitive fight.
Giada Obregon will serve. Left-hand side, Addie Laney's there. Weeks going to go top side set. Cross court hit by Skylar Herring. Picked up. Pavliska will have to put it back to the middle. Addie Laney's right there. Weeks, middle set. Way out of the back for Madison Parks. Trying to throw it and get cute with it.
I want that higher. Frontera wants it higher as well. He wants a kill there, not a finesse.
17-15. Floresville trails by 2 with Obregon on serve. Masur. Weeks going across to Laney Hennessy. Big swing, partially blocked. Back to the middle. Going up to the top to Pavliska. Blocked in the middle by Addison Parks. Dumped over by Hurtless. Bump set. Towards the bottom, Laney Hennessy dumps it over. They block it back. Wimberly's got to put it. Swing, still with Wimberly. Another opportunity. Back row attack from Addie Laney. Harden's there. Bump set from Obregon. Tall from 10 feet. Texans a little bit off right here. Got to settle it down. Laney Hennessy from 13 to the left corner.
What a shot. She looked up at the sky after that one. She looked up at the man above after that one, saying thank you.
Thank you. You know,
sometimes that's all you need.
I mean, it's
in
like,
baseball, it's called the duck, the bleeder.
The dying quail.
Sometimes
the 22 hopper that gets through the infield. That's exactly what that was.
Sometimes you need it. And nobody needed it worse for the Texans than Laney Hennessy. It's 18-15. Timeout called by Coach Deborah Hoffman. And this has been a battle. The first 2 sets, you wondered what you were going to see. Texans didn't necessarily dominate. That's not the right word to use, but they handled them.
Got off to a great start, you know.
And then Floresville has stormed back, and they have said, we will carry the momentum. Texans, over the last 10 points, have ripped that back to the Wimberly side, and they lead 18-15.
And this is actually a really good timeout for Wimberly because I know some of those girls on that side. I mean, I know Coach Hoffman called it for Floresville, but I think it's a good timeout for Wimberly as well because they're getting some rest over there that's much needed. It's not a real deep Wimberly team. I mean,
it's really not. It feels thin all
healthy
of a sudden.
bodies out there. There's not a lot of them, and so.
Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you made a call up to a JV person that's already turned in a uniform and hand it back to him. You know, if we advance.
Look at the Floresville side. The same names we say over and over again.
They're all
very small rotation, really. Other than Lila Smith, it's pretty much what's out there.
Yeah, Maddie Harden, she's playing all the way around.
Addison Parks will go back. Serve picked up by Gabriela Rodriguez. Harden goes to the bottom side to Hurtless. Hurtless tips it. Addie Laney is there. Weeks going to go top side. Swing by Herring. Picked up on the back row by Harden. Bump set Obregon up to Pavliska. Shoves it on the left-hand side off of Herring. 18-16. Smart play.
She kind of held on to that one for a bit.
With some rest right there. Really want that ball going to Laney. Let's get the discrimination penalty against us right now. Let's get it to Laney.
Hurtless goes back to serve. Hurtless will serve back left. Reagan Masur picks it up. Weeks. Now she'll go to Laney on the right-hand side, and she will kill it.
There you go. Really good pass. Great set again across the court for Jesse Weeks.
So we got a good server, but your senior setter steps away yields that to now Skylar Herring, who goes to the back row. She'll be serving and setting.
19-16, floated over the middle. Obregon picks it up. Harden going to go to the bottom side to Pavliski. She rolls it on the left, and it's out.
Yeah, good job. You know, Skylar cheated in a little bit there. She's got to stay disciplined because that's about the 7th time that they tried to spin that inside hit in front of our
also
blocker.
Cameron Thames' area, and she left as well.
Herring on serve. Obregon's got it. Harden's got a bump, set it to the top side. That's Paul. It's up to the middle. Herring picks it up one hand. Texans will get it back over somehow, and they free ball it back over. Cameron Thames, back right corner, out.
It was. I think it was a great idea, great call by the official. Absolutely. Yeah. He was right on it.
You're starting to see a little bit of the emotions get the best. You saw Paul just put a free ball back right there rather than swinging at it. Pavliska picked up on the back row by Laney. Going back to Laney. Top side, and she gets the kill.
Great back set by Skylar Herring and Laney Hennessy right there. Just really kind of not a traditional approach there because she was inside the boundary of the court, and she's able to still steer her body around it. Such a great athlete.
If you're Wimberley, you got Laney now on the back row, Lily coming in. You really want Lily to be able to swing free right here.
Laney Hennessy picked up by Pavliska. Free ball over from Obregon. Set from Herring. Going top. Lily Sandoval shoves it left. Hurtless is there. Harden going to go top side to Paul. Paul swings it. Sneaks through. Just kind of tools it through. Cameron Thames and number 6.
Yeah, she kind of went off speed. Got a little off speed and got a little benefit from hitting the top of the tape, and it bounces off of Skylar's shoulder and out of bounds.
Mariah McCoy right there too. Paul on serve, picked up by Laney Hennessy, way out though. Texans will have to free ball this one back over. Could have got a double. Harden shoves it over the middle. Reagan Masur lays out. Now back over. Paul gets it. Harden gonna go to the middle. Blocked in the middle, not over the tape actually.
But Mariah was right there. I think she might have got a piece of that, the way the team is reacting.
The ref actually called it a block.
Yeah, she got a little piece of that. It looked like it hit the tape. I thought it hit the tape. But the way that Mariah and the team reacted and the official reacted, I think she got a piece of it.
I think if it gets over the tape, she probably blocks it anyway, but it looked like Tackett hit it into the middle, and it's 22-18. Texans 4-point lead. They're 3 points away from a regional final destination right here tomorrow in San Antonio versus Davenport. Got to close this one out, Floresville. A very, very scrappy team.
3 critical points that Wimberley wants, and I tell you what, you're not fully equipped right now because you've got Laney on the back row. You've got Lily, who really, this is kind of when she stepped up against Belleville the other day. You know, she just kind of like, okay, I'm going to rise to this occasion. Also, I feel like that Cameron Thames could be critical in these 3 points, and I'll tell you what, Floresville's got something to say about that.
And I'll tell you what, they've got to do a better job, Floresville does, of getting a better pass on the first touch, because a lot of the passes, Jared, in this latter half of this set have been well beyond the 10-foot line, and so they're starting out their offense deep in the court because the balls are being passed straight up in the air, and they've had to bump set some of the sets.
Maddie Harden is on the front row and setting right now, so she really doesn't have a full 3 people to set to right now.
Wimberley 22-18, picked up by Pavliska. Now goes back to Pavliska, back row attack, rolled over, picked up by Herring. Bump set to the top side, Cameron Thames swings. One-handed up from Obregon, free ball over. Nice swing from Obregon. Lily Sandoval goes corner and gets it.
Greg Weeks, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're going to win it, I really feel like if we're going to win it, it's Lily and Cameron right now.
Great up by Laney Hennessy defensively, too, with her hands in front of her face to get that ball, because it was a great swing on the outside there by the Jaguars.
Good server right now.
Serve from Reagan Masur, picked up by Pavliska. Will go to the top side. Obregon rolls it over. Herring is there. Bump set. Back row attack coming up from Laney Hennessy. Big swing. Paul knocks it into the middle of the air. Rodriguez, they'll go back row attack to Pavliska off the top of the tape. Herring bumps it. Free ball over come Reagan Masur. Pavliska, Harden, middle. Tackett can't get it through. Texans, Herring going to the top side. Lily Sandoval wasn't ready. Tackett one-hands it. Harden back to the middle. Obregon knocks it over. Texans with an opportunity. Herring goes to the middle. Addison Parks left-hand side. Harden's there. Rodriguez, top side. Obregon swings. Out on the top side. Texans a point away.
Boy, we caught a break right there. We didn't get our timing right on the middle serve, and we had to dip it over. Pretty much a free ball, Darren, and they killed it out.
Yeah,
Floresville did. I keep saying they. Man, I love this team, Floresville.
They're fun to watch.
24-18 point Wimberley, a chance for a regional final appearance. Masur, Pavliska, Obregon just dumps it over in the middle. What a great shot by G. Obregon.
And really look who comes up to serve for the Floresville Jaguars, sitting at 40-2. Their best server tonight, number 2, their setter, Maddie Harden.
Maddie Harden will serve it. They have broke her serve the first point the last 2 times. They've got to do it again. Masur, Herring, middle, Parks, right. Picked up by Pavliska. Harden goes to the top side. Obregon swing partially blocked. Lily's there. Going back to the back row attack. Big swing by Hennessy. Picked up Pavliska with a great play. Paul will shovel it over. Masur, middle, Parks, left-hand side, won't get over.
Yeah.
24-20.
The set was just a little bit behind her. Couldn't get on top of that. A little bit low, a little bit behind her.
Floresville wanting a couple easy points maybe from Maddie serves.
Harden on serve. Masur, Herring, top side, Sandoval, swing. Texans are going to the regional finals.
Wow.
25-20, a swing from Lily Sandoval ends it here in the fourth set. Texans take it 25-20.
I tell you what, guys, it felt like we kind of got out of here, but we made every single play we had to make in that fourth set to stay ahead of them. We got ahead earlier, just stayed 3 or 4 points ahead of them the whole entire set. Thank goodness for Lily coming out that last rotation, Darren.
Yeah,
Good
you called
God,
it.
She swung.
Greg Weeks called it, man. I mean, you said you'd like to see that from her just like you did against Belleville on Tuesday night, and she absolutely owned the last two of the last 3 points for the Texans.
What a fantastic match here in Game 2 of the region semifinals. The Floresville Jaguars season will end 40-3, and Coach Deborah Hoffman has got a young class and a lot of them coming back. She will be here again on this regional stage.
There's no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that, Jared. She has got a loaded team coming back. And to those seniors that were so special for them tonight, I mean, you talk about going out, giving everything you got. Those seniors for the Floresville Jaguars did an absolute.
The libero, Gabrielle
what a move it was at set 2. After set 2, they moved Gabriela Rodriguez to the libero position, and she turns lights out in set 3.
And then G. Obregon, who also got moved away from the libero, ended up playing great defensively too down the stretch.
Yeah. So a good senior class: Tori Tackett, Brenna Baggs, Gabriela Rodriguez, and Ileana Hernandez for this Floresville Jaguars team. A lot of success and a lot of good wishes for Deborah Hoffman and for Stephanie Barthels and the Wimberley Texans. Their journey continues as they will take on Davenport tomorrow at 1:30 right here from Littleton Gym. I will be here again. Darren Masur will be here again. Greg Weeks will be here again. Pat Lowry, you're not invited. I feel like you were the bad luck right now. You are
doing okay till he got here. That's right.
We couldn't do it without him for sure.
No.
Well, we could technically, but we don't want to do it without him. So.
No doubt. Well, from us here, up high above Littleton Gym, appreciate everybody tuning in here on a Friday night. We'll be back here tomorrow, Saturday, 1:30 for the Region 4 Finals as the Davenport Wolves and the Wimberley Texans will go to battle right here on the hard court again. For Greg Weeks, Darren Masur, Carol Wilson back at the studio, Pat Lowry on the camera. We appreciate you joining us. Everyone, have a safe one and good night, friends.
My name's Danny, and I absolutely love my F-150. I bought this particular truck